Welcome back to Numbers on the Board.
Numbers on the board, yes.
Got a lot to get to on today's episode. Game 5 of the NBA Finals was a banger. We got the first big-time trade of the offseason. Desmond Bane plays for the Orlando Magic now. They had a ridiculous dap. Y'all see the dap?
Yeah, I did. It was really loud.
It was loud.
Man. And so much more. Before we get into the episode, I want to remind you to leave a like on it, subscribe to the channel. When the NBA Finals is over, this show is not. We're continuing our coverage, our conversations throughout the offseason. We got draft next week. We have free agency a couple days after that. Numbers on the Board gonna do our thing.
We don't stop.
So if you need your NBA fix, even when the NBA is not going on, this is the place to be. How we feeling today, boys?
Feeling pretty good, man. I'm loving the fact
You got the shades on today.
the graphic tees are in full effect today.
I was about to bring out the shades today.
What
I
did
wanted
you?
to be like full accessory mode.
Oh, I feel you.
Big
Like-
graphic tee day.
Yeah. Well, P, was that considered? Yeah, that's considered a graphic tee.
No, this Palm Angels, my boy.
Okay.
You rocking your MVP Shea.
I got the Shea.
Oh my gosh.
Mike
Shout
got
out
the
to Wack
Dennis-
I
Jumper.
didn't realize it was Shay.
Mike
Is that
got the
Wack Jumper
Dennis
too?
Rodman.
Yep.
Yeah.
Damn, y'all all
You know,
went-
I ripped it
I
through that
have that
packaging.
shirt. I got the long sleeve.
That's one of my favorite shirts from them.
Nah,
Me too.
It's clean.
Yeah.
And then what you got? I didn't see
got
it.
my Chicago Sky.
Oh, okay.
Shout out to Player Society, man. Shout out to Player Society.
Yeah, we all went crazy on the drip today.
Excited about the Chicago Sky right now.
I like what Mike doing over there.
Because last episode was so bad, he had to go ahead
What Mike
and
doing over there?
do a little something.
Did
I don't know if
though?
I've ever seen you in some baggies, though.
Yeah.
These are jeans I got from that package. I told you. I was like,
he
these
said
some
he was
big.
big as hell.
They're not as big as I thought they was gonna be.
So
That's
what
another
that
pair
mean?
of jeans, huh?
If they ain't as big as you thought they were gonna be, what that mean?
I'm a little hefty.
Yeah. That mean you're a little bigger than you thought you was gonna be. No, I'm just joking. But I see you though. You trying to,
You
know,
can probably fit an extra leg in here.
throw, you trying to throw something together. Shay got y'all boys acting different. Shay get one game away. We got the shirt. We got you trying to step the drip up.
My
I
girl's
see.
trying to take a picture of me before I left,
Why?
talking about she liked these jeans.
Oh, I do too. Stand up for us. I want to see how
Oh,
they,
damn. I didn't think you were actually going to do it.
I want to see how like they fall on the pan. You got to fix that leg so it fall on top of the shoe.
That's clean, though. You got it on?
It's all tucked in, but yeah, I see you.
Okay, Mike.
Boy, you get an iron, you gonna be all right.
That white is a little dingy, too. You must have.
I ain't
washed it
have
with
enough
the
time.
others.
I ain't have enough time.
Okay.
Oh yeah, this shirt has definitely been washed a few times.
That's good to know. That's good to know. I'm glad you washing your clothes.
I do have a washer and dryer in the unit.
Okay.
You must pay a lot for a wash
There
and dry
you
your
loving
unit.
these Air Force Ones, I see. Them your ones.
Whenever I get throwing some brown, I think these are just the go-to.
Yeah.
So way to
I
be.
ain't knocking. I'm
Yeah.
just saying.
I might have to get another pair. I scuffed them up a little bit.
Hey.
That's what I was headed to.
It's okay to have one pair of those.
Yeah.
I like these.
Not-
I'm not saying they bad.
Not at the rate that he wearing. You don't need a second pair.
Oh, no. Well, I might just clean them. We'll see.
Hey, I need to.
Oh, man.
There you, my boy.
That
yup.
was my favorite song as a kid.
It was?
Yeah,
That was
whenever-
KB and his homie Real favorite song.
Oh,
too.
for real? When that song came
Well, I
out?
want to say favorite,
no.
but, you know.
I got sunshine on a cloudy day.
That
That
was
was
one
our,
as
that
well.
was
That
our
was your
favorite song
stuff?
growing up.
Okay.
Come
Lover
on.
boy over
we,
here.
we was performing that in the basement. Don't sleep. We was selling tickets. You couldn't get to the basement to see these Temptations.
And y'all
man.
never seen Temptations, right?
I don't think so.
Not like, what you mean, never seen them?
the movie.
Yeah,
It
answer
was
my
a
question.
movie.
No.
Yeah, it's my
Movie as
question.
well.
I did go see them live in Vegas once.
I don't think
Wow.
you could have.
Well, they had it was like a,
It wasn't them.
Yeah.
Oh, wait. It was a cover band?
yeah.
Oh, okay.
KB,
Okay.
how the fuck would
Some of
he
them are
have
still
been able to
alive.
see-
They-
No.
what do you mean, no?
Bro, it's like, what, how many alive? One?
It was 6 of them. So I would
One,
guess maybe.
one committed suicide
Rest
in
in
the movie.
peace. Yes.
David Ruffin is definitely not alive anymore, if I'm not mistaken.
I wouldn't be surprised by that.
The other guy died in the movie on the wheelchair, the deep voice guy,
Blue.
Blue.
Recipes Blue.
Remember his mom? Remember Otis is alive. That's the only one that I know is alive is Otis. Because when
There
the
we go.
movie was, when I watched the movie, that's what my mama told me. Otis is the only one alive. So
Shout
I
out
know
Otis Williams.
2025,
He 83.
4 of them ain't just pop out of nowhere and just resurrect.
So
So
you saw
that's
a
why when
cover
he said I
band.
seen him, like I know it wasn't them. Because when I watched the movie 20 years ago, only Otis was alive. And half the band died in the movie. So
Old Zion D. Mills just been telling people he's seen
I
the
seen
Temptation.
them.
Oh no,
I seen
He
them.
seen
I
the
knew it
Temptation.
wasn't
I
exactly
seen them.
them.
That's a good movie though. Y'all said why? David Ruffin a fool, boy.
Okay.
The 5 Heartbeats, you seen that?
Nope.
Oh, never mind. Dude plays in both of them. I wish I knew his name. He plays David Ruffin and he plays in 5. But
I'll watch it.
Finals. Game 5.
Drop the mic.
Oh,
You know we got to get to it.
All right, let's get to drop the mic.
A new generation of Toyota drivers are here, and they want you to know one thing. You can't stop my drive. Toyota, let's go places. Today's Drop the Mic presented by Toyota. Would y'all say the Kobe 6s are a timeless shoe?
You said timeless.
You guys are thinking of this shit on the way here, huh?
No. I've been dead ass thinking about getting a pair of Kobe 6s again. I was just also thinking to myself, like, to me, the Kobe 6s are one of the, like, besides Jordan. Jordans are always just one of them shoes. But on court, you're going to see a pair of Kobe 6s, like, every time you're
I
at
think
a game.
the Kobe 6s outweigh Jordan if we're talking about on basketball court.
For sure.
Yeah,
Ain't no
for sure.
Jordans other
I
than
feel like only Jordan athletes wear Jordans.
and Thomas Bryant.
OVO.
That's the only two people wearing
So it's like,
Jordans, baby.
I probably think in 10 years, you probably still see Kobe 6s on the
100%.
court. Would you say 20 maybe?
Yeah.
I think they're going to last a long time.
Yeah, I think that might be, if I'm just going through the Rolodex of NBA sneakers, that's probably going to be the one that'll last the longest.
Yeah.
There's no Bron model that I feel like in 20 years. I mean, they might retro a lot of these, but like people going to go out of their way to get 6s. If they decided to never drop a pair of 6s ever again, people will still be buying them. Just like fucking Jared Allen and those Kyries.
Yeah. And that's the craziest thing, especially as like a Kobe fan. It's unfortunate that he passed, but like even just trying to get his stuff is super hard because everybody they're gonna upsell it.
It definitely jumped up when he passed
so
away.
It's even stores are like selling his stuff at a super high, like jerseys and stuff. You're not getting no Kobe jersey for the regular price.
There's a lot of time the shoes. I think what KB said is on point where like we haven't seen some guys retro stuff yet. Like they just started to retro some of the old KDs and those are going crazy. So I can't imagine. There are some shoes that we're not even thinking about right now because they haven't
what are
retroed.
the shoes? And y'all guys are more sneakerheads than me, but like, what are the shoes that would be even close to that?
Close
or even
to the Kobe 6?
or
Nothing.
even like
I mean,
in
Kobe.
morale?
The shoe was incredible to begin with, but then you put on top of it him passing away. I don't think anything's going to touch that.
Yeah.
I think every outside of like the Kobe 6s and like whatever of the Kobe that they protro or they re-release, all the other people in basketball are wearing the current model. If I'm an Adidas athlete, I'm wearing the current James Harden. So I'm wearing the current Anthony Edwards. This Kobe 6 are one of the ones that's like, it was released in what, 2010?
It's a long time ago.
2008?
Yeah. No, it's about 2010.
And they are a timeless shoe. They really, really are. Where like if you're a Nike athlete, of course you're gonna get people that's gonna rock the current KDs, like Chet Holmgren and them are rocking him and Isaiah Hartenstein are rocking those right now. You're gonna get people that might go to some bronze. But if those Kobe's right there, you probably gonna go Kobe.
Y'all ever seen when Jalen Brunson was asked about his own shoe and he said, "No, I'd just rather wear Kobe's."
Man,
No.
I'm saying,
Yeah.
Wow.
Smart.
them Grinch is one of the best colorways all time.
That's
Grinches, reverse Grinches.
Yeah.
The Mamacitas that just dropped like 2 or 3 years ago. I got them stocked up.
But yeah, I'll be wearing them when we do basketball. I can't really
Didn't you wear those two?
I went to our photo shoot to announce this.
Yes,
Yeah.
that's
With
what
the
it
suit.
was. I was like, you had a suit on. I couldn't remember what it was.
Because I've been trying to go back to the gym and I just been hooping and I've been having fun because over the years, I didn't got so many damn hoop shoes or whatever. So I just pick a pair. Like, I need to give me a pair of Kobe's to rock out. But
Yeah, I still haven't hooped in wait, did I hoop in them?
Which
I don't
ones?
think I hooped in them. I got them Kobe's that go up to your ankle.
You ain't hooped in them?
Oh,
Yeah, the 9s. I got like the Christmas colorway. I don't think I hooped in them though.
Part of me wants to hoop in them. Part of me wants to just keep them up. Like, nobody
Those Donovan
touches.
Mitchells we got, I
was
hooped
just,
in.
the gummy bear ones.
Yeah.
I was just hooping in those.
I've been giving this shit away.
Yeah, I haven't
I
hooped
just like
in them.
hooping in them.
Man, my nephew, well, I don't hoop, first of all.
Oh, yeah.
So, like, a lot of the companies be like, every new Puma shoe I get, I'm almost 30. I can't wear LaMelos. So I've been giving them to my nephew.
You can wear. You can wear whatever you want to wear.
Okay, yeah, I don't want to wear LaMelos. How about this? That's probably better. I'm almost 30. So I've been giving them to my nephew.
you don't want to wear them bright color? You don't want to wear them highlighter color shoes?
Nah, not for me.
It's funny that that's like the only thing.
Yeah.
I don't really see too many people wear like besides LaMelo the neutral color ones. if people are outside wearing the LaMelos, or if
The
I go
crazy
to my little
color.
brother,
Bright
It's the Rick and Morty
it
ones.
has to
It's
be the bright ones.
blue ones. Yeah.
You're not gonna see just a pair of all white LaMelos or like black LaMelos. Like nah.
I'd be surprised they even sell them shits.
Nah, I've seen LaMelo wear like the black with the Hornet Cup teal on the shoe,
Okay.
but I haven't seen anybody outside like wearing them. They always wear the popping ones, which is so hilarious. I can't wait to see how his shoe evolves, because LaMelo is going to be 30 at some point too, and I'm sure he's going to be like, all right, like.
Yeah.
But Hirachi 2K4s, I always want some Hirachi 2K4s.
We can't break that news, but that came from a source about.
I can't even see it no more. But yeah, the LeBron, he got some.
D-Mills, you got a favorite hoop shoe?
Currently, it's probably the Donovan Mitchells or the not Donovan Mitchell. I haven't hooped in those. I'm into Anthony Edwards or the Dames. Those are probably my two most comfortable shoes that I've hooped in recently.
You hooped in the Dames?
Yeah,
Do everything in the thing. We know the story.
we went to the United Center.
Oh, okay.
Oh yeah, Dame's on.
Yeah, but I've actually played games in the Anthony Edwards and the James Harden. I like those a lot too. So I've switched kind of from Adidas. I'm from Nike to Adidas now. I haven't really bought any hoop shoes because I don't hoop no
You
more.
just be getting
So
them
like
in.
when I get them for free, yeah, I'll go try them out and see what they feel like. But
Yeah.
I'm not going out my way to buy.
And some of
hoop
your
shoes no
favorite
more.
guys are Adidas guys too, so that makes sense.
Last time I brought some hoop shoes, it was some bronze, and they were so big, bro.
Last one I bought was.
I felt like I had to be a small
these-
forward on the damn court.
I bought a lot for us to not hoop as much. I bought these books. I bought 2 pair of the Sabrinas. I bought some Kobe's.
I got some ages at the crib that I ain't touched my feet
I
yet.
bought the Hardens, the Anthony Edwards. Them Hardens is undefeated. Them I'd be wanting to buy like 4 more pairs.
Yeah,
I got
Books on sale right now.
I
There's
got a
a,
hoop in them.
a purple colorway and I think a pink colorway that's like $60.
when you wearing
right
these, do you feel like you could hoop in these?
With these books?
Yeah.
I don't know. I asked myself the same thing. I like them as a casual wear, but I definitely was like, I would love to see if I could hoop in these. They ain't uncomfortable.
I hooped in them
Yeah.
once.
Or what do they feel like?
Cool.
Cool.
Just cool. I would if I was 1 through 10 in it. It was probably like a 6 on court,
Okay.
a 9.5 off court. I swear they're more of just a casual shoe more than anything in my mind.
I'm old school. I like something that cover the ankle.
Yeah, same.
I'm always gonna want something to cover the ankle. It's hard to find that in today's game, but that's why
I feel you though, because I used to
2K4
be
is my-
real low
my
top, but
shit.
this is like, nah, you need that support.
Well, they don't care because they wear ankle braces, so they cool. They cool regardless.
You know they're young too, so when the
They
wound
wear
open up,
ankle
it just
tape.
closes right back.
Yeah, tape.
yeah, right.
If you say that one more goddamn
For
time,
real. Like that's why
you
I'm
said that last night, you gonna say it again.
But hopefully when the off season come, we able to get some in real life hoop content.
Yeah.
So I can wear some of these basketball shirts. I know it's a lot of ducking up here, but you know it is what it is. A lot of
I
daffy.
was at the
a lot of daffy ducking.
I was at the export. I was at
You?
export.
I am hoping.
I thought you and him was going 1-on-1.
That shit was 4 years ago. I'm over it.
Oh shit.
I'm okay with being number 4.
While I was at
mean,
export,
yeah.
they was running fast. The dude hit a shot. He seen me on the sideline. He stopped part of the game, came over to dap me up. Said, "I love this show. I'm gonna have to get a picture afterwards." Yeah,
Hell no.
He was dreaming of
dap
that
me up
moment.
like
his whole life.
they did Desmond Bane.
Was you able to identify that he was a fan before he even said anything?
Not really.
I was
but
at the mall
They all kind of young, so I could kind of see it too.
and I seen a dude from far away. He was young, he had a backpack on. And once I like looked at him like he's about to say something to me.
No, yeah. But there was another guy too.
And we got closer and closer, and I'm like, oh, maybe he's not, maybe he's not. And he did it so smooth. He ain't stop and make no
Was he
sense.
giving you
Like,
that look?
he kept going. He's like, love the show. I was like, I fucking knew it. I knew it.
Yeah, that's how it was with
Our
another
fans
dude.
are
After I
identifiable.
dapped him up, I kept going, and another dude, he looked just like a regular dude at the gym about to hoop, and he looked probably around like 30 or something. But he was like, "Yeah, I'll be watching the show too." So
Still
you
ain't gonna
never
pick
know.
your weak ass up though.
That would be nuts.
So, shit, I wouldn't pick me up either. I was weak.
Game
Let's be
5,
honest.
NBA Finals.
Game 5,
Yep.
120-109 is final score. Big dub game. He ends it with 46-4. Shai Gilgeous-Alexander is 31-10, 2-2-4. Other side of things, the Pacers have Pascal Siakam have a really good game, 28-6-5. But the story for the Pacers is, of course, Tyrese Halliburton's injury, and Tyrese Halliburton finishing the game with 0 of 6 from the field.
What you looking at?
Box score.
Can I ask you a question really quick?
Mhm.
J-Dub and Shea combined took how many shots?
They
47,
46.
46. How many shots did the Pacers starting lineup take? Because I know Siakam led them in field goal
15,
attempts with
20,
15.
29, 35, 43.
So their 2 guys outshot the whole starting lineup.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
That's actually insane.
I mean, they were dominant. Nobody was stopping J-Dub and shit.
Yeah.
Y'all like that quick mental math, by the way?
Yeah, I ain't want to put no pressure
I
on you.
did add those like up
I
here.
ain't want to put no pressure on you, but you did it.
I'm not good with numbers, but that time I think I got it right.
You know, that is crazy. And as good as they were, I mean, that's the mentality they coming out with. And I wish you had a little bit more of that from the Pacers. We've talked about it with Tyrese Halliburton. I'm not going to continue to go deep into that conversation. But yeah, I mean,
this was by far his worst one. Even some of the other ones is like, okay, 9 and 9 is bad, but it's like,
how much y'all putting that on the leg?
you got to put something to it.
it definitely matters.
But even
But still, Ofer is still.
Yeah.
No,
You know, what is it, Van Gundy, that I always say, if you on the court, it don't matter?
Yeah,
I mean,
kinda feel that way,
J-Dub
too.
fucking he failed multiple times in this game, and
absolutely.
one time he did stay there down. He stayed down a little bit, and he got up and he just followed through it.
That's
Again,
why I
like-
wanted to catch a breather.
Not using the injury as an excuse, but like we've seen when Halliburton is not 80%, it feels like he's 20%.
Yeah,
Like beginning of the season, the first couple weeks, he was dealing with the back issues. At the end of last season, he was dealing with the back and the leg issues. And now, for him to try to get up the courage and to play 30-something minutes, and his injured is different than some of the other people's injured, at least on
Well,
the
that's
court
because he has a lot of,
production.
I would say a lot of movement. Like he's depending on getting to the paint and everything like that. He's not super
Is he? Because
strong.
when he was healthy, he wasn't just dominating in the paint against this team.
I thought he
he
was.
had one game where he was like really getting to his flow game and like getting to the rim.
What
but
game was that? 3?
I think
That
it
was 3.
Yeah, and like
That was the game that closed out too.
Yeah, he hasn't, and that's only one game. I can't use that as like that he's been using his handle to really get to the rim. So I think he just, I don't know, maybe it's a mental game. I think Dort, Alex Caruso, and Casey Wallace are really like getting to him. I think they're really sitting on his handle. They know his tendencies of how he wants to, that snatch back that he loves to do. They're sitting on that. They are waiting on him to do that because you already know Caruso and Dort's hands are really good. So
I think it just goes back to that conversation we had last night. Like we know his initiative isn't to like score the ball, but we know his team is at the best when he's doing so. We just want to see him force the issue sometimes. Like you said, I need him to be able to take those shots. There's got to be some type of understanding that like this is the NBA Finals. I might not ever get back to this damn point. Like I'd rather go out kind of swinging than kind of just let it go by, honestly.
Yeah, I said in my recap video, Tyrese Halliburton's superpower is also sometimes his kryptonite. And the superpower is rarely turn the ball. In this series, he's turned the ball over a lot. OKC does that.
Who doesn't, though, honestly?
But other than that, he doesn't turn the ball over. And part of that is that he's a calculated risk taker. Some of the other players in basketball, they're going to take that risk. It's a 30-foot contested 3. Fuck it, I'm Anthony Edwards. I'm going to take it, and I'm going to make it sometimes. Halliburton rarely takes that risk, and because of that, you get games where he ends up with 8 total field goal attempts. And of the 8, 7 of them are great looks. He only got 1 bad look. Sometimes I would rather you add 3 bad looks because you are a 50% mid-range shooter and a 40% three-point shooter, that even if it is a bad look, it might not be a bad look because you're that damn talented. So I think that's what we ran into this series. And I think what you just said, you might not get to this point ever again, is a real thing you have to think about, man. There are so many people and so many teams in history be like, yeah, man, they lost this one, but don't worry, they'll be back.
Yeah.
And they don't end up being back. The good thing about it is that, like, if you're ranking teams in the Eastern Conference, they're pretty damn high on that list. The team behind us just made a move to try to add to the list as well. But yeah, you never really know if you're going to get back to this point. So you got to go out there and ball.
Yeah, I'm interested to see how him and Siakam respond to their back being against the wall at home. Are we going to get a Halliburton with a little bit of effort in the system and he
I don't
going out
believe so.
swinging? He kind of has to, or either they going to be celebrating and tiptoeing, tip-tap dancing on your court. You just don't want that, man.
Damn, they finna be tiptoe dancing tap dancing on the court.
Tap dancing on the court, man. You don't want to. You just don't want to see that. You don't want to see the confetti coming down for the opposing team. You want to come out for a night and give yourself a fighting chance in Game 7. Game 7 is up for everybody, and you just don't know how to predict it. So you have to just go out gun swinging, man.
I'm going to go back to the Thunder because Dub had 40. Like we
46.
No,
Right?
40 and 6.
40 and
Oh,
6.
I thought he finished with 46. My bad.
He ended with 40. Just one of the best games like ever. in the NBA final, or in recent history, I would say in the NBA finals, considering it's Game 5, and the winner of Game 5 wins a series three times out of 4. To think that this Pacer team is one of them, what y'all say, never say die teams.
Yeah.
He did it at the rim. He did it in the mid-range. He did it from behind the arc. His defense is always great. Get into the line. It was like what felt like a perfect game for a guy that is in year 3 of his NBA career. That was not one of the top guys in his draft class. That ended up being, 11th, 12th in the draft. So it's just one of them games that is going to be remembered as like a ridiculously great game that might have been the reason why they end up winning the championship in 6 or 7.
Yes, the Pacers legitimately didn't have an answer for him, whether it was Siakam, whether it was Neesmith, whether it was Nembhard. He just didn't care who was guarding him, and it was just one of them nights where when you're an all-star level talent, it don't matter who guarding you. You just you just that good to where the buckets just don't matter. You're going to give him no matter who they put on you, and he just put his head down. He sometimes used the footwork in the mid-range, spinning off of you, cash at the free throw line. It was just, I love seeing games like that, whether it was catch and shoot threes. J-Dub just kind of just showed you the full repertoire of why he was an all-star this season.
Full who?
Huh? Full repertoire. I know the word. I'm just pronouncing it wrong.
But yeah, I agree. And I thought a big part of it was just him getting to the paint so easily. And
All-NBA player.
He did make All-NBA as well, yeah.
Worthy.
When you get to the paint like that, the basket just opens up. That's how that fadeaway kind of opens. The fadeaway comes along. When you finally get an open shot at 3, you're really confident with that. And he just honestly took over. I mean, he was in the fourth quarter, looked like he was taking more shots than Shea down the stretch. Like, Shea was letting him rock.
Hey, man. Rick Carlisle put them starters, and Shea was like, I need 4 more shots.
Yeah.
I'm going to dribble it as 5 seconds left, and I'm going to take a pull-up.
Which was a little surprising until he pulled them starters like that. With 2 minutes left, and it was only a 13-point game, that's like the in-between between like garbage time and then also somehow, some way, a miraculous comeback.
Yeah. They might have realized that they got no more wishes in that well when it comes to them type of comebacks.
I think he did, right?
Yeah.
I just J-Dub had a really good game, but I don't think that the Indiana Pacers, I almost called them OKC, Indiana Pacers do any favors to themselves when they turn the ball over that much.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, you doubled the Oklahoma City Thunder in turnovers, 11-22, and early on in this game, I was in here building his desk, and I kept looking up, and Jalen Williams with a dunk. Jalen Williams with another dunk. Jalen Williams with a dunk. I mean, how many dunks? He had like 5 dunks in this game. And so he had a really good game.
Pace is not ready to play. They're not ready to take care of that ball for a long time. Because, like, even when they'll have a good stretch, and it's like, oh, we doing good. Let's take a little step. Like,
this game was
relax a little bit.
Siakam had like 4 or 5 turnovers
Andrew Nembhard had a couple too.
In the first quarter.
Yeah, they were digging in on him every time
Siakam just
he
slipping,
touched.
falling, coughing up the ball, and these are live ball turnovers where J-Dub was the beneficiary of like a lot of these early turnovers, just getting dunks on. And I think when you're able to get your juices flowing that way and the confidence start going, you hype, got the energy and crowd behind you, you're gonna march into a really good night. I think J-Dub also did a good job and has done a good job throughout these playoffs and this series in particular. If I'm playing next to the MVP and he's going to generate that much attention, I better damn sure take advantage. It's very frustrating when you see guys play next to people that command so much attention and they don't take advantage.
Hey, I love that point because I thought Jaylen Brown was one of the best to do that with Jason Tatum.
Yeah.
It's like, man, if y'all going to put the best defender on him and y'all going to try to trap him, I could go off for 30 easily. So I love those type of players, and they just make it harder to guard, especially when I guess your top guy isn't always the best playmaker or a legit playmaker. You just have another guy that can just create like that.
Yeah, I thought that in game 1, the Pacers miraculously won that when they had 20-plus turnovers. No way in hell you think you're going to be able to win another basketball game like that.
Yeah, this is not a team that you can come back on multiple times. They're too damn good. Mm-hmm. You're going to have to go out and win the game. Like, you can't rely on no miraculous last 5-minute comeback. The Thunder could do that because we just saw Shea just take over.
I don't even think they sit around relying on it.
Well, no, they don't sit around and rely on it, but when you got Shea, I don't think anything's out of reach.
It feels like it's changed a couple of times. Well, the Pacers closed it out. OKC didn't look that good down the stretch, but now they just can't match those buckets down the stretch. J-Dub and Shea, they're gonna score. Who's gonna score on the other side for the Pacers?
They got to find some ways to get some easy ones. I mean, me and Darrick talked about it on the Linear show. Dog, the conversation has been they're willing to go over the luxury to bring back Miles Turner. And Miles Turner is a lifer. Can't say he don't deserve it. But man, hey, that's the way that the NBA is with all this financial shit. We not finna be doing all this sympathy bag shit. We get to this level, you gotta give us something, man. Miles Turner is out there just out there. And let me know if he hurt. Is he hurt? Do he have a leg injury or
Not to
something?
my
We don't know.
knowledge.
Because the
He
shit
gives us stretches of defensive brilliance every game, but it's the offensive side of the ball that's been the real struggle.
I saw a lot of
Overthinking
layups
shots.
yesterday that was just not even nearly contested.
Yeah, and it's also just like not owning the pain and can't give up that many offensive boards, man.
Usually I'm okay with the rebounding because he's giving you the stretch five and shooting.
Yeah.
But yesterday, that first possession of the game, at least for the Pacers, first or second, the ball swung to him at the top of the key, and that's a three-point shot that I seen him take in the entire Knicks series. I seen him take this shot.
That's his shot.
And he hesitated, did this step-back dribble shit that I don't know what, and he passed it. And that told me, oh, yeah, he not finna be on shit.
Because I think even Doris Burke at the beginning of the game has said that like he's due for a game where he's hitting about 3 to 4 threes. Because again, that top of the key is his shot, and that's a shot that most teams are willing to give up. And that's a team like that shot kills a lot of teams too.
That's what makes Miles Turner is the fact that he can hit that shot, and he can hit that shot a bunch. And I feel like the Pacers are better, obviously, when he's able to make. You know how many big-time shots that dude made from the three against the Knicks and the Cavaliers? Corner threes, top of the key three, all type of three-pointers. It felt like his three was always the one that was like the spark or the coffin, the nail in the coffin one. And for them to not be able to get that production,
Am I mixing series? Did he have those 2 threes in this series where he hit the 1-3 from the left
That
corner?
was on game 1, right? When they stole it, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so he has. Okay, I don't remember if that was the end of the Knicks series.
He
or
had
the end
hit
of the
one.
he
season.
did in all
he hit
three
one
series,
off back.
though.
He hit one off backboard in game 1.
And that left wing hit off backboard. But
And
he
he had a
also
right
had the
corner
corner three against the Knicks, and he had a big corner three against the Cavs. Well, I'm like, damn, Miles Turner just, and then obviously Thomas Bryant gave us the 3 threes as well.
Yes. Oh, yes.
But yeah, I wasn't a fan of the turnovers yesterday. I felt like that was the biggest thing. You said Isaiah Hartenstein had 8 rebounds, 6 of them offensive. That's, again, the game ain't as simple as this, but I'll tell you, it's going to be extremely hard to beat a team who won 68, almost 70 games. If you're going to turn the ball over 22 times, give up that many offensive rebounds, and then not force them to turn the ball over at all. It's going to be it's impossible. It's impossible to beat them.
Yeah, especially when you're talking about they got the MVP on the other side. Like, you just don't like. That's like giving LeBron extra possessions or Steph Curry or like when you talk about guys that have won MVP, you want to keep the ball out of their hands as much as possible. And giving them offensive rebounds, they doing nothing but just fueling that. And then also I think just like they consistently just shot themselves in the foot. Like they would consistently make runs throughout this game, and then boom, offensive rebound, next possession, boom, turnover, and it's just like now they back up 7-8, and now your whole momentum or swagger that you had going, it's just gone now.
It's like a constant uphill battle for them. Like they could play perfect, and it could still be a tie game, or they could still be down in the scoreboard.
But on the flip side of that, we talking about how bad they was, and they got to a point where they was down 2.
Yep.
So that's my thinking for them is we're like, he just said, you're not gonna be able to win with 20-some turnovers like you did in game 1. Like they won that game though. This game they were down 2 when they doubled the Thunder's turnovers.
That's why Tyrese
Halliburton had how many points he had? 4.
4.
And they were down 2 in the 4th.
Makers, yeah.
So it's like it's very like weird because at some points I feel like, man, they not gonna be able to do nothing. But then we talk about how bad they are and look at the reality of the game. They weren't out of it.
From the role players. I mean, like TJ McConnell had like you can't ask for a better game from TJ McConnell. Like they're getting a good play from the supporting cast on a game-by-game basis too. It might not be the same player every game, but it's gonna be somebody.
Yeah, for sure.
I feel like TJ McConnell's had a very consistent series. Like he's been pretty good for them.
Yeah.
He was last night. The game before was with Obi Toppin. Game 1 was Obi Toppin.
Benedict Mathurin had a really good game.
Mathurin. It's not to dismiss TJ McConnell, but Obi Toppin 5 threes. TJ McConnell ain't do no shit like that.
No, yeah.
Yeah, 5 steals.
He had 5 steals.
He did have 5 steals. Caruso had the 5 steals as well. They just out there causing havoc.
Back-to-back games, Caruso outscored Halliburton. Back-to-back losses.
Yeah.
Tough.
He loved bringing that up.
He does. That and
where did that come from?
What's the other one he liked?
Wait, did Caruso outscore him yesterday? Because I don't think Caruso hit. Yeah, Caruso didn't made one shot. He scored 2.
Oh, my bad.
It felt like he had It felt like he had a couple
Hey,
more layups.
you know what? I hate agreeing with you without.
It felt like he had a couple more layups though. So I
gotta start fact checking.
I'm
He
sorry.
talking.
Because I know that was the case last game.
Yeah.
Game 4. But I was like, I don't feel like Caruso had a great offensive game last night. No, it wasn't.
Impact was there, though.
Wiggins, Kaysen, Dort all end up hitting like 3+ threes tonight or last night. When they hit 3 total in game 4, end up winning.
The role players played better at home.
This is one of my favorite like runs for a team at the Indiana Pacers, but I think it's probably Raps, right?
Mm-hmm.
I think it's gonna be.
They have home court.
I think they win this one.
I just
They
don't.
got home
I'm
court.
assuming Halliburton is 50% of himself, and that's not a good recipe for this team.
Yeah. Pacers. I'm gonna say the Pacers find a way to keep it close though.
I hope they win. By the way, but
they've been finding a ways. Like they've been having some awful games, and they've been kind of finding ways.
If they force
to
the
stick it.
game 7, man, that's gonna be spectacular. That's gonna be
Why? They might get their ass popped in the game 7.
But it's amazing to see a team that was so underdog.
Well, you sound like that dude in my stream,
fair.
P. Dude came in here. He said our game 7's overrated.
A lot of
just
people
because
ask
they
me.
blowouts.
Yeah. I'm like, bro, I'd rather just take the game 7 than
Yeah,
not
give me
have
the
it at
extra
all.
game of basketball, and we ain't doing nothing else. I'm cool with it.
I feel that way in the other series, but in the NBA Finals, we gonna have to get in here. We probably got to do a linear show with it.
No, we're done with the late night linears. Game
Oh, 'cause
6
right,
is Thursday,
Thursday,
and then
it would
Sunday.
be-
It's
Yeah.
Sunday.
So thank God.
Thank goodness. Yeah.
I
Wait, do
love y'all.
most
but I'd
game
rather
7s
watch-
end in blowouts?
Huh?
Do most game 7s
no,
end in
no.
blowouts?
Just they've just been talking
last
about
couple
these
have.
in these
Yeah,
playoffs.
the last couple
it's
have,
been
that's
some.
Oh, okay.
What the Nuggets got destroyed in the game 7.
Yeah, then
Yeah.
the Clippers got destroyed in Game 7
Clippers
by the Nuggets.
when Ballmer flew them out.
Yeah.
Long play ride home, man.
Shit had to be quiet the whole plane.
Imagine telling the fans, they had to be quiet though.
That's like when we was back in high school.
Yeah.
The B
Lost the
team
game,
won and
yeah.
the A team lost, and we couldn't celebrate because they was.
That's
losing.
why I can't wait to be a coach, because that was stupid as fuck. If I'm a head coach, hey BT, I want y'all to do the stanky leg back there, and all these motherfuckers up here got to be quiet.
Right.
And I dare somebody to say something. These motherfuckers gonna be running suicides in the middle of the fucking bus aisle. Talking about the B team who won can't make noise. Man, y'all got the game fucked
we was
up.
busting ass back there. Talk
man,
to
that
me. Talk
shit-
to me.
He's playing basketball like Curtis Blow.
That's how you coach. That's how you make an example.
I think Chet was great defensively last night. His offense was.
Yeah,
oof.
he was good.
Offense was terrible, but
He made a big 3-point shot that I felt like was gonna have him having a big game, but I was wrong.
he did.
Shea did a little drive kick to him, and he ain't extra at the J-Dub. He knocked it. I said, okay, Chet here.
At the end of Game 4, they switched him a lot. In this game, they switched him a lot. They was mixing that up, and I thought he held his own against the Halliburtons and them Hards, which is pretty impressive. This OKC team is nasty, man.
That
Like-
game 4 loss gonna hunt the Pacers.
But also, Game 1 loss hunts like the Thunder. You know, it kind of feels like it balanced itself out.
Yeah.
True. But that game 4 was up to go up 3-1.
True.
I feel you, but that game 1, game 1, think about game 1, how
Yeah.
nasty the Pacers
Yeah.
were.
Game 1, I remember I was on stream, and that's when I bust into my closet and I put on that Tyrese Halliburton jersey as soon as he hit that damn shot.
Yeah, that's because like in game 4, OKC wasn't playing good until Shea just turned into God for the last 5 minutes.
Yeah.
So like,
Pacers winning that game 1 changed some conversations around. Like, can they kind of
Yeah.
do this?
I feel like
I
at some
think this
point in that
shit-
game 4,
I think this shit over if we don't get that game 1. This shit is already we not even
Yeah.
we talking about Desmond Bane to lead the show.
Mm-hmm.
Shout out to D-Bane, though.
I feel like if in that game 4 lost, in that last few minutes, at some point you just gotta say, hey, anybody but him.
I saw it that way yesterday. There was a possession where like Shea just backed down TJ McConnell
Yeah.
Yeah.
in the mid post and like he just went to work.
That's so crazy.
And
to
I'm
me,
like, I
too.
know some of these guys are making shots, but it's just like anyone but him.
Yeah,
like,
I would have
Mr.
just
Hudson.
doubled off Dort at some point.
You know what
Like,
Mr.
hey,
Hudson is?
Mm-mm.
Used to be signed to Kanye a long time ago. He had a song, anyone but him.
Instead of letting Neesmith and Nembhard, Neesmith and Nembhard go 1-on-1 with him. Hey man, we gotta get the ball out your hands. We gonna make J-Dub. We gonna make
No, not
Dort.
J-Dub, but
No, I'm just saying, but like naturally,
Lou
sometimes
Dort.
the ball like
Yeah,
rotates.
J-Dub would drop a 40
No,
piece.
no, I'm just saying like the ball
they
just
got
it
guys out
rotates.
there that you can live with other than those two.
Yeah. So yeah, I
Who's-
would.
Let's be reactionary. Who's the best duo in basketball right now? Is it Dub and Shea?
I wouldn't go that far.
Okay, then who is it then?
Probably still Jokic and Jamal.
That shit, Jokic just outweighing everybody because I know.
Luka and LeBron is still up there.
Just based on talent.
Yeah. Trying to think of any. I mean, Tatum and Brown will always be up there as well.
Fair.
Steph and Jimmy would crack the top 10.
Oh, okay. I'm asking for the best.
Yeah.
You're
I'm
getting to
thinking-
number 10 and
Yeah.
shit.
I'm just saying they would crack the top 10, but yeah, they up there though.
I would go Tatum and Brown. Personally.
Wouldn't be against that either.
I think these two have got like a real conversation of taking that crown.
Well, I mean, I keep seeing people say it, and I heard you say it's like this is the worst that J-Dub is finna be. Chet alongside with it too, but
you think.
This could be a ceiling, and if this is a ceiling, he
think?
made All-NBA team. I mean,
Yeah.
that's an
Really
amazing
good.
ceiling. But I do feel like he's got better throughout the course of just this playoff run.
Yeah.
Like 5 of the 7 games he played against
Damn,
the Nuggets, he was really bad.
Mm-hmm.
And it was so bad that like people on Twitter was like, the dynasty starts after you. Y'all remember seeing those tweets?
Yeah.
No.
And it's like, yeah, Shea's doing his part, but his cohorts, all his other dudes ain't really doing their thing. And then the next series, he plays amazing. And then we get to the NBA Finals, he struck 40 in a game.
that's
5.
why I say they like. And maybe I'll write it's the ceiling, but he's gonna be as sharper than what he is now. Like
Sure.
he's gonna be a better decision maker. He's probably gonna find a little bit better rhythm shooting the ball. Like he's gonna grow in that type of area. And again, that's just scary with a team that's only gonna grow with him.
Mm-hmm.
No, yeah, I think that's what makes them scary is that they're going to continue to grow.
Yeah.
But I mean, the reason I said you think is because he's already an All-NBA player in his 3rd year. I
Mhm.
mean, to expect him to just keep going and going, what we think J-Dub going to be an MVP on this team in 2 years?
No,
I think
Not saying
where
he
he's at is
jumping up
still
like
good.
that.
I don't
Yeah,
think it's.
I
I don't
agree.
think it's like
Where's he
a 2K
rank
thing.
off the top of your head? Is he like he's top 20?
Yeah.
That's an amazing ceiling if that ends up being the ceiling.
Yeah.
But I could definitely see it being higher, for
Mhm.
sure.
I gotta be
Like
top
top
1.
15.
I could see it being top 15
Yeah.
for sure.
Yeah, I mean, it's hard to say where the hell he at, man, in his new NBA. Motherfuckers be so.
That shit changes. I feel like it changes every other
It
week.
changes game by game because
Yeah.
y'all wouldn't have said he was that in the Nugget series, which is why I think these conversations don't have to happen after.
Tyrese just had the conversation of where he was going to be, and then I guarantee
sure.
after that game, people are
for sure.
Them conversations is bad.
If you
Exactly.
think about the bottom 15, it's probably like the guys like, would you take him over Donovan Mitchell?
Hell no, I would not take
No.
Donovan Mitchell. I don't think Donovan Mitchell's in the back of the
Is
15.
I think
Brown.
Donovan Mitchell's higher than 15.
Yeah,
I'm just thinking like from like 10 down.
I don't think Donovan
Let's
Mitchell's on the
use
10
something
down.
as a
You take him
reference.
over- you taking him over Jimmy?
I think Donovan Mitchell has to be in the back end of the top 10.
I'm
Remember how
gonna,
you were saying Jalen Brunson is in the top 10? Then Donovan Mitchell can't be 7 spots
I'm not
down.
letting-
we're
Yeah.
only using this as a reference. This is not our list, obviously. This is the ringer. So they got Jokic 1, Shea 2, Giannis 3, Luka 4, Curry 5, Ant-Man 6, Halliburton 7, which is fucking high, Donovan Mitchell 8, Jalen
Over
Brunson 9,
Jalen Brunson 9.
Over
Yeah.
Donovan, they
Tatum
crazy.
10. Their rationalization is the injury.
get the
I'm not
fuck outta
even
here.
defending it.
Get
I'm
the
just
fuck
reading you
outta
the
here.
list.
If
Yeah,
you're going
yeah.
to use the injury
get
thing,
the
just
fuck
take him
outta
off
here.
the list.
Yeah. Get
Well,
the fuck out
they got
of here.
Joel Embiid on this list of 50. So
Get the fuck out of here.
Victor Wembanyama's 11. They got Braun at 12, AD 13, Kevin Durant 14, Kawhi 15, K Cunningham 16, Evan Mobley 17, Karl Anthony Towns 18, 19 Booker, J-Dub 20. They got him at 20.
Okay, I feel like J-Dub is, 20
been
feels
around
about
there,
right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm going to name y'all the people right after him, though, so maybe it might change your mind.
Okay.
Jaylen Brown is 21.
I
Paolo
think
Banchero's 22. Pascal Siakam's 23. And Jimmy Butler's 24. That was the name you
I
mentioned.
think that's on the same realm.
Yeah, that's all in the same range.
Yeah. But again,
This motherfucker all defensive and like a real all defensive. Not one of them fake he was on the great team. Like he is really that nice defensively.
Yeah,
You know what's the crazy? He's not even the best defender on his team.
Who is?
It's Lou Dort.
You think it's Dort?
he was going to say I was
Shit,
Caruso.
Caruso. Case on Wallace be defending his ass off too.
You missing big fella. Chad is one of them ones defensively
he's
too,
gonna-
man.
he's
He's just skinny as shit right now. So sometimes if you put that shoulder to his chest, he gonna
Hey,
evaporate.
man, I said it last night when I was like, Chet just be getting thrown on the floor.
He got that bird chest.
He is very skinny right now, but he is.
They got
really
a team
fucking
of really good defenders.
Yeah,
Yeah.
They just got a really good defensive team, man.
They don't have any liability anywhere. There's no 5-man unit that they run. Because even last night, Isaiah Joe, who would be their worst defender, his ass didn't play.
Yeah.
So it's like, what do we try to pick and prod against this defense? They got so many dudes. Dort is legitimately taking Halliburton out of this series.
Payson Wallace and Caruso come off the bench.
I mean, when the Pacers do hunt, it's Shea.
Yeah, but even Shea's really decent. He had, 6 stocks last night? It's 4 blocks and 2 steals. Like, that's nuts.
Yeah, he was on the passing lanes yesterday.
That's kind of like, that is like your best recipe of containing a guy like him. Attack him, make him work defensively, and maybe you just get him in foul trouble.
But
also
how do you make them work though? Because they don't have no guy that just breaking motherfuckers down.
Yeah, I mean it's just essentially like Siakam post ups.
Yeah,
I thought you were talking about like
or Halliburton
next year.
Or like Halliburton when he do tiptoe dance at the top with him.
I don't think.
I thought you were talking about like next year when they go against teams in the postseason, not this year.
I don't think that.
If you the Lakers or you the whatever team might see them in the playoffs next year.
No.
Yeah. If you do have like a guy that go at him.
Hey, that would be crazy to see LeBron and Luka attacking Shea.
That shit gonna be tough, bro. They turn everybody.
It's not
I
an
haven't seen
impossibility.
one person not like just be able to feel comfortable against them the whole game. I haven't seen it yet. You know, last year when Luka was kind of doing all that stuff against them, it's a different. That was a different team than this one.
I think it got to be a team that can defend, because a team that can defend is going to put the pressure on them to get stops. If you can turn them, I think the Pacers have had their best success when they were able to turn them over as well. But if they're just turning you over, man, good luck, because you're putting so much pressure on yourself in the half court, which is like already an uphill battle because they so good defensively.
I already know the answer to this question, but I'm gonna just see what y'all say. The Nuggets win 7 with them. Is that just Jokic, or do the Nuggets have something else that's like, okay, maybe they can work against OKC?
The Nuggets, for some reason, in the playoffs, just turned into an elite defense.
Aaron Gordon was
And they was able to just
amazing.
consistently get
Before he
stops.
got hurt, even after he got hurt, Aaron Gordon was on one for the playoffs.
You know, it was Aaron Gordon and Jokic. They did a great job keeping this close. And then Aaron Gordon in that last game just,
Michael Porter
Couldn't
Jr.
give him
every
any
other
game.
game too.
yeah.
Every other game, he give you 5 threes or something. Then
And
he
then
come
Russ
back and
have-
give you 1 or 6.
Russ had 2 good games at the beginning of the series.
I would have loved a healthy Celtics against this team. I would have loved a healthy Celtics against this team.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I really would have.
That would have been fun to watch.
I really would have.
All right, let's get into the big piece of news outside of the NBA Finals. Shams Charania headed first on Father's Day.
Jason Tatum ain't no damn 10th best player in the NBA, by the way.
No, he's not.
Where is he?
Top
Like
5.
6, 5, 6.
Yeah, I probably have him 5 or 6 too.
The Memphis Grizzlies are trading Desmond Bane to the Orlando Magic for KCP, Cole Anthony, 4 unprotected first-round picks and 1 first-round pick swap. Those picks end up being 16 in this year's draft, a Phoenix Suns first-round pick in 2026, their own 2028 and 2030, and a pick swap lightly protected in 2029.
I know initially the reaction is that, oh, wow, this is an overpay. But when you let it marinate a little bit, I don't think it's that much of an overpay. Because I think Desmond Bane wasn't available. And they probably called intrigued about him. And Memphis was like, well, I mean, he ain't completely untouchable, but hey, if you want him.
Now, since then,
the price tag is gonna be
they've
a lot.
given us the report that he was available and multiple teams were interested. So you had to be the biggest and highest bidder.
Okay. I just never received any reports beforehand of Desmond Bane being available. So I thought they just called and Memphis was just like, hey, you're going to have to pay in order to have him. But since he was available, then yeah, they had to outbid everyone else. And
Sticker price always feels like a lot when a trade like this happens. And that was my initial reaction too. Again, Father's Day, I'm eating breakfast. I'm like, what the hell? 4 first-round picks? And then you look at what the picks end up being. There's probably 1 lottery pick there, maybe, and that's the 2026 Phoenix Suns, when even that one's separated across fucking 4 different teams. So who knows what that ends up being. And then you got 16 in this year. I mean, based on the young core of Bane, Franz Wagner, and Paolo, you just assume, again, these are just assumptions, that team is a postseason team every single year.
yeah.
So it's pick number 16 through 30 every year. But for a few years, that's not that bad of a cost.
And also as Orlando, you can't continue to bring in young talent and develop them. At some point, you just got to get win-now players. And those picks really aren't that valuable for you if you're trying to be continuously in the playoffs. And also, this team, offense stinks. Desmond Bane is legitimately an offensive jolt to this team. And I think
This is the offense you was betting on.
Franz getting that jumper.
Oh, yeah.
I was just talking to Mike.
Every fucking week for the summer of last year, had to hear about you talking about.
I thought
how good this shit was
KCP,
gonna
I
be.
thought KCP was going to give them something different. But
I be
Desmond
trying to
Bane-
ride with you too.
Yeah,
I be trying to ride with you.
I feel you. But KCP just was not on shit.
You got to double
last year.
down now because this is like the
Yeah.
real year for you to do it.
Yeah, I mean, Desmond Bane, I just think brings them something that can alleviate a lot of pressure. They could probably be a top 15 offense with Desmond Bane now. So they could still be top 5 defensively with a middle of the pack offense. I think this team could really do something next year.
That's a real recipe in the Eastern Conference.
Yeah.
They had some success with not the middle of pack offense.
Yeah, they did.
In the year that
It
had
just
a bunch of
came-
injuries.
Yeah, just gained Paolo being amazing.
Yeah, I'm the same way. I didn't think it was overpay. The more you actually think about it, the more I feel like you kind of got to like it, the way Desmond Bane just plays basketball. I love the fact that he's a movement shooter that's playing alongside these guys that are constantly going to be attacking the paint. I think he can play off them just as well. We can see a lot of actions involving Paolo and Desmond Bane, whether it's ball handling for on Desmond Bane's side or he's setting the screen. And I think you can do very similar things with Franz too. So they're one of those dudes that I think can all cohesively kind of play together, and they're going to be really good.
Yeah, I like this trade a lot, man. I think Desmond Bane is a very underrated shooting guard in the league. Love me some Desmond Bane. I love it. I didn't think it was an overpay. This is one of my favorite type of trades in the NBA, where you have a team that has a writing on the wall, and you have a team that needs to make a move and make a statement to their franchise about how they're feeling about what they have. The Orlando Magic just told their team and everybody on it, we believe in y'all so much that this is what we're going to do. The Grizzlies also just said, we just fired our coach before the playoffs. We know how connected y'all three was, JJ, Desmond Bane, and Ja. Triple J, I should say. But that shit ain't materialized until we would want it, so we breaking this shit up. We not finna invest 30, Jaren Jackson Jr. finna get, 280 or
A lot of fucking
something
money,
like that.
The Brinks truck.
Ja finna have to get in. We not finna invest $700 million into 3 players, and we ain't confident that we gonna be able to get to the conference finals. We not doing it. So I like both sides of it. The best thing about the Magic, though, that I would like if I was a fan, this put pressure. This adds pressure to that building. Mosley gonna have to coach. They're gonna have to take a step. Suggs, you're gonna have to be ready. Paolo and Franz, y'all gonna have to step up. All of the little shit that was happening over the last few years, no more. We are now a team.
Yeah, that was cute. That was fun, but we're invested.
We're
now.
here. So, Franz, you have another one of those series, your ass might be on the block. As much as we love you, might be on the block. Wendell Carter,
He on the block right now. Fuck all
get
that.
your shit together.
Yeah.
He been on the block. I'm gonna ask y'all a question.
Anthony Black, Tristan DeSilva.
It's y'all time. You got to hoop.
Who else is on this team? Jet Howard.
I'm surprised Jet Howard wasn't in the trade.
It's time.
I'm gonna ask y'all a question because I kind of seen this on Twitter. Desmond Bane is the best shooting guard in Orlando since.
Tracy McGrady.
That's just a
No,
long
I
time
think
ago.
the timeline was saying Aaron Aflalo.
There was
He's better
saying
than Aaron
Aflalo.
Aflalo.
Yeah, that's what I was
But
saying.
no, I'm saying that was the last time they had a decent shooting guard.
But
was
he's-
Aaron
he is
Aflalo.
bad.
Aaron Aflalo not even like an all-star guard.
Victor Oladipo wasn't decent.
Oh, true.
They say they're talking about his stats with that. He didn't pop off to like Indy.
I mean, well, for sure, but he was still decent.
Comparable with the Aaron fucking Aflalo. What are we talking about? If that's the case, Courtney Lee. If that's the case, Courtney Lee went to the NBA Finals, played a significant role.
We'll never forgive you.
What
for
we be
missing that
talking
layup.
about? That's why some of the shit that happens on Twitter.
He is the best
we
shooting
can't bring
guard
here.
in Orlando since T-Mac.
Can we make that a rule? Some of
Whatever.
the dumb shit we see on Twitter, it can't come here, unless it is brought up here as dumb.
You have to make me go back and look at like 2011.
Keith Bogans,
Shout out Keith Bogans, Bulls
Courtney
legend.
Lee, Victor Oladipo, Aaron Aflalo. You have to go back to Tracy McGrady if we have a
You do,
legitimate
'cause those-
conversation. Mike Miller, rookie year, Mike Miller.
those dudes ain't touching Desmond Bane though. As like a basketball player.
JJ Redick.
Yeah, JJ Redick.
Yeah.
Michael Petrus.
Hey.
I know you love some Michael Petrus. Evan Fournier.
Don't Google his name.
Do not Google his name. Is he better than 33-year-old Vince Carter?
I'd probably say so.
I would say yes.
Aaron Aflalo. I have no mind. I don't mind giving
Von Wafer?
Aaron Aflalo some love, but come on now.
You know, it's been a while since they've had somebody
the
like
exact
this.
tweet was like, y'all laughing at this trade, but the Magic haven't had a guard this good since Aaron Aflalo. That was it, like the tweet.
Damn. Having a guard, just a full-on guard then.
They just said guard. I put it to shooting guard. But
Okay. I mean, I didn't even think about point guards. They ain't really had a lot over there, huh?
Don't sleep on Jameer.
But
Matter of fact, I see why they said this.
Wait, who was they talking about in them comments, Pete?
Dog, Aaron Aflalo shooting splits.
Oh,
He played
never did
73 games, 35 minutes per game, 46, 43,
it. Damn.
81. He averaged 18, 4, and 3.
Hey, if Desmond Bane shooting 40, what'd you say,
What year is that?
43% from three?
This is 2013,
He
2014.
was hooping.
I'm
I
hey,
would've
I'm
bet.
I didn't
sorry.
realize he averaged 18.
I
That
didn't
was a good
either.
ass
Holy
shit.
shit.
That was a good ass shit.
I thought Aaron Aflalo was like a 13-point scorer, which he was with the Nuggets. I'm sorry, Aaron Aflalo. No, he had a 15-point year with the
I used to want to be like Aaron Aflalo.
He was the one to follow.
Okay, K-Dot.
Now, I will say this.
They won 20 games.
They won 23 games.
That wasn't his fault.
But
though.
now,
He was doing his part.
he did his part. He did his part. He did
Hell
his part. His
no.
2 career years, they won 20 and 23 games, but he did his part. Hey, we're
play-
going to
they
respect
play
Aaron
well,
Aflalo. Shout out to whoever was saying that. I take that back. They ain't had a guard as good as this and Aaron Aflalo. That's a fact. I do think Victor Oladipo Magic days need a little bit more respect, though. I do think
I would
that.
say it was underwhelming, but at least okay.
Only because he was the second overall
Right,
pick,
yeah,
but I
yeah.
mean, he put up
I don't even
18
remember his
points a
numbers,
game
like-
with the Magic
was
as
18?
well.
There you go.
Yeah.
I didn't know it was 18.
72 games, 18 points,
Was it efficient?
4
I
rebounds.
feel like it
4
probably wasn't efficient.
I remember I was
If I had
using him
to
on
guess,
2K. He had that
44%
generic
from the
ass
field,
jump shot his
34%
rookie
from
year.
3.
Okay, that's fair.
yeah.
That's probably what, year 3, year 2?
Year 2.
Yeah, okay, that's fair for a year 2 player in the NBA. But the trade's done. I'm really excited about this one, man. They just needed some shot creation. They needed some jump shooting. I think I mentioned it maybe last episode that I don't love teams that don't have a true point guard or somebody along those lines. This team could be the outlier.
They have a
Only
bunch of
time will
people
tell that you trust as a ball handler, but nobody
Desmond Bane spent the whole year basically running point guard for the Grizzlies. Like, not saying he is a point guard, but again, they're adding to somebody who has the capable ball, like handling
Man,
skills.
That's Basin looks great.
he can pass.
He can.
Yeah,
can
but
pass.
also I think Paolo is a great passer too. Franz is a good playmaker. So like, I think when everybody on the court can make a play and handle the ball, I think there's nothing but a
That's,
bonus. You don't need to have
I think
that
it's
one
like
guy.
it's also can be a double-edged sword as well, though.
Why? I think because you already know who the head of the snake is. Like it's not. I don't think there's any confusion on who's going to be primarily making the plays. You just need the other guys to be competent playmakers.
That's fair.
I don't think it just takes away that problem that you don't need a point guard when you have a lot of those guys. Because it's kind of like the recipe the Celtics did. Like Darrick White and Drew Holiday, they can make all those plays, but they're not point guards. And it still came down to Jason Tatum still making those decisions. It's just like they helped them alleviate them. So it still might be Paolo is still like, I'm making all these decisions.
Yeah.
It's just different when teams are paying more attention to him and trapping him and stuff like that.
I guess I have a hard time trying to figure out if that Celtics team is an outlier or like what normal is now.
Because I wouldn't say Drew Holiday or Derrick White is like running their offense.
Well, no, not at all.
So I think there's a world where it can work. You just have to have the right personnel to do it.
I
And
think you
you're-
cannot compare teams to the fucking.
That's what I'm
Boston
saying. I don't know if
Celtics.
it's an outlier or what.
Yeah.
'Cause
We're
that-
not going to compare these teams. To the
That
Boston
team
Celtics.
has 8 players that will start across almost every team in the NBA. And they all do exactly what you need them to do.
Everybody in the starting lineup, 4 out of the 5 guys have made All-Star teams, like legitimately. Drew Holiday, Brown is an All-NBA player. Tatum All-NBA. Porzingis has made All-Star games.
and
Horford.
Horford coming off the bench.
Derrick White hasn't, but he's about as close as they
Yeah,
come.
he's the best role player in the NBA, depending on who you ask. They are unfair to compare
Yeah.
to a young Magic team.
What signals does this tell y'all on the top of y'all mind about the Grizzlies? I mean, I know that Shams reported they still want to build around Ja and Jaren, so maybe those trades don't happen.
There's probably more moves to be made this offseason. I don't think they're just trading him away and then they kind of just be like, oh, KCP is our starting shooting guard. I wouldn't be surprised if KCP is moved again.
Well, they announced him on Twitter.
That don't mean anything.
Who wants him?
I didn't think
Go
he would
look at his
Yeah, he is
contract.
I didn't think he would get traded the first time.
Well, it was
Yeah,
4
4
first-round picks
first-round
with
Well,
him.
yeah.
He matched that salary
Yeah.
because I think he was at like 20.
Initial
something.
readings off top is a couple things, and I'm gonna be honest. No team is gonna come out of here and say this. This is real. You're looking at the Western Conference. The Oklahoma City Thunder is head and shoulders above. They're the bar out west. they beat y'all by almost 55 points, y'all being the Grizzlies. So you have to go and really look in internally and ask yourself, are we anywhere near? We're going to have to get through that team to have any success. The ultimate success that we want is going to have to go through them. Bro, nothing we did showed us that we can fuck with them in any capacity. Did the Grizzlies win a game that series?
No. They almost did. They almost had it figured out.
Figured out, right.
Ja got
and then
hurt.
Ja got hurt. Ja's
They did
been-
blow like a 28-point lead in that game.
Ja's
after
been
Ja
hurt a
got
lot.
Yeah, a lot.
Ja's had off the court issues as well that has kind of made that situation what it is. Like I said, they fired Taylor Jenkins. That let me know that they was in a panic. I felt like somebody was gonna be traded. Obviously, Desmond Bane was the odd man out, but there were so many Ja Morant reports that I kind of started to think maybe they will trade Ja. But he's also a guy I just don't know where he can go. He's not a guy that you just put, where's Ja? What's the best team
To me,
you
that
would trade
shit
Ja
just
Morant to?
yeah. To me, that shit just felt like rumors.
Yeah,
Like,
I don't. Ja Morant, as good as he is, he's not a player that you just like mock up to trades because
Yeah.
it's like, I don't know, where could he go?
Only name that come to
Miami.
mind is Miami.
Because they just want anybody.
They just
guys.
need a
just
star.
want
They've been
anybody.
That's
they've been
so
star hunting for a long time.
And honestly, I just think they need a 1. Tyler Hero goes right back to the 2. I think that's perfect. I think Tyler Hero's a more of a
So they get Ja Morant. You think that's perfect? What do they do?
be a playoff thing. I think they're happy with that. That's really.
Hey, I love-
that.
I know.
love
I'm just.
D Mills' answer, bro.
I'm not paying. The days
I
of
think
paying $40 million and making these big trades because in order to get them, I'm guessing
Hey,
you would have to
Bam
give
is
up.
going to be making $55 million annually.
Yeah,
very soon.
the days of all of this shit and you just being a playoff team, I think those are far and few between.
And they
man.
talking about extending Tyler Hero the way he would be making
Yeah.
$50 million. What
They
are they
should
doing
maybe-
in Miami?
They need to rethink that based on that live stream clip.
I just don't
I don't even know what
understand.
you're
Why would
talking
I
about.
pay Tyler
Oh.
Hero 50 M's?
Okay.
Tell me he rebuild teams.
No, he
oh.
said that he don't believe in history before the 50s.
Oh, I thought it was earlier than that.
I did see that 2K stuff.
2K stuff is different. So the Memphis Grizzlies have had this core for like 5 years. It don't feel like it's been that long, but it has been that long. They made it to the playoffs
It
for those
don't?
5 years.
I remember they was playing against Rudy and Donovan in Utah.
Yeah.
This shit do feel.
With
It
the
feel like it's been a
Shaw,
little
that's a
longer.
Madrid.
Yeah. They only won one playoff series in those 5 years.
They
I
were the
wonder.
2 seed twice.
Say it again.
Weren't they the 2 seed
They were
twice?
2 seed multiple times.
Who
only
did they
won-
beat in that one series? The Lakers.
I don't remember. I
No,
thought
they
they
lost
lost
to
to the
They
Lakers.
lost.
That's
They
the
beat
year
the
the Lakers
Warriors?
made it to the conference
They lost to the
finals.
Warriors.
Yeah.
Who the hell did they beat?
Let's see. I do remember them advancing to the second round once, though.
Oh, they beat that Timberwolves team. Anthony Edwards.
Yes,
first
because
playoff.
Yep.
even he had them little ass twists in his head.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm so happy he cut that shit out of his head.
That was when
Oh my
Anthony Edwards went
goodness.
crazy in game 3.
Yeah. So they do have that one series. I wonder if this is like over the next couple of years, we're gonna see teams get away from like, he's young, he's good, max him right now. Because a lot of this could be just boiled down to financials, right?
Yeah.
We want to extend Jaren, but damn, we got Bane on a rookie extension max. We got Jaren Jackson Jr. on the max.
Well, no,
Our
we
big
already-
three
We
on
already
the
seen it
max.
with the Rockets. The Rockets have already done that.
But again, they're the first team to do it. I'm trying to see if it's going to be like a real thing.
Yeah.
They also got 8 guys.
They do.
So it's like, but I do like. Who is this question really prevalent to?
Like as far as what young
Who will
teams and
be-
extensions?
Yeah.
Probably Portland in a way.
No. You know who's a great example?
Because even Paolo's about to sign a max extension.
Detroit.
Mm.
What is they just had their
Jalen
first
Duren?
success in a
Yeah.
minute. Ivy's coming off an injury, but still, what is Ivy going to get? What is Asar going to get? What is Duren going to get? Those are 3 guys. Because the Rockets, they did it, but they did pay Green. It wasn't a long-term
Yeah.
4-year extension, but he made what?
30
30.
M's.
Yeah.
And is it the same or does it go down?
What you mean?
I think part of it is not
It's not fully in. Yeah, and
Okay,
also
yeah.
some of his contracts isn't fully guaranteed. So
I'm trying to see
Like it
across
was-
the league.
I was asking, was it like front end and P?
Mm.
Because I knew they did his contract real smart.
it was
Like,
team friendly.
It was team friendly. But teams are getting so expensive so fast, and with the second apron stuff, you have to look yourself in the mirror and say, hey man, is this player worth this much? I know what he's asking for.
Yeah.
And if he's not, then we got to figure some things out.
mhm. How you
Because like
do-
also if you're Portland, like you're gonna have to pay Scoot and Shaden Sharp soon. Those guys.
I think you good.
They not
None of
gonna-
those guys
They're
are
not going to demand
max
a max,
worthy.
but
I
they
think you
definitely going
good.
to ask for it.
I think you good. You what you have to worry about is those those young players who have an incredible playoff.
You got to worry about the
performance,
Suggs and the Franz Wagner type players.
or the guy who is young and making an all-star team.
Yeah.
Because if you're a second-year all-star, I mean, you're probably due for the max.
GGs, yeah.
Yeah. Now I think about it too, like trying to come to that decision, especially when it's your like franchise guy you're looking at.
But
it's
Scoot
gonna-
Henderson wasn't even starting games. I think they're gonna be fine with his extension.
I think it's gonna be a lot of pressure for a team to say no to that. Like for the organization and the franchise, it's gonna be like, we lost out on our main guy because you just didn't want to pay him that much money.
I'm still trying to, like, Patrick Williams got a 5-year, what, $90, $100
It's
million
$92
contract?
million.
I don't even see how he got that.
It's $18 million a year.
I think that was an overpayment, though. It's not a crazy bag.
Yeah.
Y'all finna pay Giddy.
Got
Josh Giddey's about to get like
Kobe
a.
White gonna have to be next. You
I
might
said
have
he
to
need
trade
40
him.
too.
I think
not 30. He
there's
needs
a
Got to
world
trade Kobe White.
where next week we do that draft and Kobe White's not on the Bulls anymore.
Mm-hmm.
And that's crazy.
It ain't because they don't like him.
Trust
Because
me,
of financial.
we all love him.
he gonna be in Miami.
For
Something got to give though.
Something.
Something got to give. Everybody can't be making the money. Look at our boy.
I'm surprised.
Everybody can't.
Yeah, also, what is Giddy's market? He could demand $30 million, but is anyone else paying you that?
Maybe. I just think
Who knows? That's a question you got to ask the Bulls. I ain't giving them the money.
somebody, I don't know. I feel like somebody's always kind of willing to pay that.
Because he's
money, too.
restricted, right? He's not unrestricted.
Yeah, he's restricted.
So, yeah, I would let the market test. I'll let the market determine his value, to be honest. If you can find someone to give you $30+ million, I'll match.
Yeah. Teams do that, and then you have a bad relationship with the player.
For real. Because like, you don't believe in me? It take another team to believe in me.
Did Patrick Williams have to go get his money? Or y'all
No.
just gave it
Oh,
to
they
him?
just gave it
to him
If Patrick
before he
Williams
hit
ain't
the
do,
market.
yeah. If you told me that, but you didn't let him do that, I would feel away. We are all teammates. I love him, but who the fuck are you talking to? Matter of fact, I don't want to sign no deal with you. I'll take the qualifying offer and I'll be unrestricted next year and I'll get the fuck on. How about that? Or matter of fact, I'll sign whatever y'all sign and I'm gonna demand a trade. We're gonna go back and forth for y'all to give me the 30 anyway, and then I'll just demand a trade in 6 months. So, you know.
120 for Josh Giddey. 24 year. Not bad value.
We'll see what ends up happening.
Yeah, fuck a report. I want to see what it's gonna be.
Yeah, no.
I don't think no report told me that Patrick Williams is gonna make 90.
Yeah.
Nah, I remember in that 2K league, somebody's trying to pay him that much.
That was KB.
I don't think that was KB. I think somebody else offered.
Oh, anything. KB tried to get him. Yeah, that was KB.
Somebody else offered Patrick Williams a bag, and KB had to match it. Or I don't think you didn't match it, did you?
I don't remember. My fault. I just got a weird notification.
Yeah,
I don't remember.
it's gonna be interesting, man. Because I definitely think you do have to. Something got to give with how we paying players, or how the organizations are paying players. And you're gonna continue to run into a lot of financial.
Trades.
No, a lot of financial problems. Because the one thing that the new NBA is showing us is that you're not finna get a LeBron and just be dragged to the NBA Finals. You need a team.
Yeah.
The OKC Thunder, as good as Shea is, as good as J-Dub is, they have a complete team. The Pacers have a complete team. The Knicks had a good 4 or 5 man unit. The Timberwolves had a good team with depth. This ain't just a top heavy NBA no more.
I like that, honestly.
I
Even though I
do
did enjoy LeBron carrying teams to the finals.
Yeah.
But it's good to see, like, we ain't got away from that to where, like, you need, like, a good full roster. LeBron can't just take George Hill and Jose Calderon to the finals.
But even when he wasn't doing that, the big threes ain't really hitting that like that no more.
Yeah.
What was the last big three?
That worked.
Kevin.
Yeah, it was probably,
Nets.
No, that didn't work, but like that we had in
it was
NBA.
probably Harden, Kyrie, and Russ,
Yeah, the
right?
Nets, I'd probably say.
No, Harden, Kyrie.
And KD.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know.
Harden, Paul George, Kawhi.
Yeah.
That was just last year.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Man,
It ain't
just-
that back in the day, that probably punched a ticket to the NBA Finals.
that's all it took.
And-
But yeah,
yeah.
you need so much more too.
And it's crazy. They look like a better team when they
Look.
just had two.
You got Kobe, Gasol, and Bynum. I mean, Lamar Odom was a 6 man of the year, but a lot of like Jordan Farmer was just on the court. Derek Fisher, you can get away with that. I don't
That's because this shit 87 to 81 with 4 minutes left. I mean, today's game, you know, that shit's usually in the hundreds, and it's like, it's just more players that are like able to do stuff, and it's more opportunity to score.
I say that, but then the team that they're going against is a really good team.
Yeah,
Jason Kidd, Dirk, Tyson Chandler, Jason Terry, Peja. This is a really good team. So, good team's always been a thing. The Dwight Howard-led Magic.
That was a good team.
Jameer Nelson, Rashard Lewis, Hedo, Dwight himself. They had Gortat as a backup center, Courtney Lee. Yeah, that was a good team. So we've always had good teams, but it definitely felt like you could be a lot more top heavy and get away with it in past days.
I felt like
LeBron made it look so easy.
I felt like the grit and grind Grizzlies were like the epitome of a really good team because they never had their guy to get them over the top, but you can damn sure bet that they was going to be there every damn year.
The Clippers were another team where it felt like top heavy, but couldn't really figure out the rest. Couldn't get the depth, and they couldn't get the three.
Which Clippers you talking about?
Blake Griffin, Chris Paul, DeAndre Jordan.
Okay.
They couldn't get that wing.
Couldn't get the wing and couldn't get the right depth.
Couldn't get the right depth. Couldn't get the injury luck.
The injury
Like it was
luck.
always something.
Even the
with that
Clippers
damn
with
team.
Kawhi and Paul George.
Just the Clippers in general, their whole history is
top
that.
heavy, but like the other shit they just can't figure out. Could not figure out at all. So, yeah, man, it's a more team thing, more depth. Unless we see somebody crazily pair up, which I don't know.
We're not usually a show that would like put caps on teams and players and stuff. But I'm still gonna ask this question. Ja Morant, your best player, how far do you feel like that could be like, can y'all envision Ja Morant as your best player raising the Larry O.B. one day?
Not anymore. I damn near went there when he was at his best, but it's really hard to picture it now.
Yeah.
I'm struggling to see it too, P.
Yeah, I don't.
Let's just be honest. We still love Ja.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know?
Which is fine. I don't. Not everyone's meant to be the dude that can carry a team that hold the Larry O.B.
So I guess the question is, if you're the Grizzlies, if that is your assumption, which I'm sure they don't, because they're with Ja every single day. They got unlimited amount of trust in them. What do you do about it? Are you just okay with that? Because I mean, he's the best athlete in like Grizzlies history.
Part of you has to kind of be okay with that because these dudes that carry you to the finals are just like playoff made and ready for the final. Those don't just walk through the damn door.
Because even then, one of them series, he averaged like 30. What series was that? He averaged like 30 in the postseason.
The Jazz. That's when
he might have done it multiple times then. Because I'm thinking about another series then. Because I don't got no
Did he do
memories
it against
of
the Timberwolves?
I'm going to look it up.
I know for a fact he did it against the Jazz. I think Donovan Mitchell missed game 1. Ja Morant showed his ass. Donovan Mitchell said, I'm coming back in game 2. I think they thought that they were going to be able to handle the Grizzlies while Donovan Mitchell kind of babysit his injury. And I remember Donovan Mitchell was ready to play game 2.
The Warriors series is what I'm thinking about. He averaged 38 against the Warriors in that 6-game series in 2022. He did average 30 against Utah. But he averaged 38 in that series.
That kind of just stick with me though. How you said 5 years and one playoff series win.
But you had to remember all of the context with that. There's a lot that has happened since 2022, which is why I said when that shit happened, that was probably the time where I was like, oh, okay. But that was 3, almost 4 years ago. So it's like, now, am I still holding on to 2022 and 2025 heading into 2026?
No, you can't. You got to look at it for what it is right now. So.
And the one thing I do love about this conversation is I think this happens in a lot of guys' careers fast where we have you're talking to a Paul George fan. There was a time where I had to ask myself as a Paul George fan, is my favorite player really one of them that would like lead a team? I had to come to like,
yeah.
And then it's like, maybe he's a number 2. He's still my favorite player, but maybe he's a number 2. Maybe he's a number 2. And there's nothing wrong with it.
There's nothing wrong with being Scottie Pippen.
Yeah.
You see what J-Dub doing right now?
Yeah.
It's always to me about 7 superstars in the league at one time. And because of the influx of talent, you make it scoot it back to 10. Guys ain't just leading teams to championships by themselves as the number 1 option. I don't give a fuck what nobody talking about. That just ain't it. It just ain't that easy.
How the hell you going to lead a team when the team just going to trap you anyway? They going to trap you and get the damn ball out your hands, and now you pass it to somebody else that you know damn well not making that shot.
I'll go a step further. Who's the last player that led a team to a championship, not even winning it, leading the team with Ja Morant's play style?
Unfortunately, that play style is
There's usually a cap to it.
creates injuries, which
A
we're seeing through
downhill-
Ja. 6'3", shorter type of guy. Even the stockiest 6'3"
I mean,
downhill guy.
Derrick
Closely, I
Rose.
say like
Yeah.
Russell got there, but even then, he said Kevin Durant with
Yeah,
him.
Kevin Durant.
Hey,
Kevin
man.
Durant
Hey,
was-
man.
Yeah,
Hey,
Kevin
man.
Durant
We're watching
with
the
him.
conference finals of that series right
Yeah,
now.
Kevin Durant with
Hey,
him.
That was a
Man.
Kevin Durant series.
I said lead the team.
Hey, he was the leader.
You give Ja Morant.
Russ was the leader.
Who was Kevin Durant? Who was like a young Kevin Durant? You give Ja Morant, Jason Tatum, and he's no Kevin Durant. I'm just thinking of a wing who can score.
Yeah.
Then I think we have a different conversation if the Grizzlies got Jason Tatum, a healthy
It's been
Jason
a
Tatum
long
tomorrow.
time since we
What
had
if this
one.
is the Grizzlies like recognizing? I think one of y'all may have mentioned that. Yeah, we can't compete with some of these top teams. So we're gonna be kind of not terrible, but like borderline playing team for a year in 2026, where you can jump up in the draft lottery and you end up with, I don't know these 2026 guys yet.
AJ DeBanza.
There we go, AJ or Boozer.
Darren
or-
Peterson.
I don't think it's out of the realm of possibility.
Nate Mint.
I think we were talking about it not too long ago, but it might be smart for some of these teams to take somewhat of a year off. It don't got to be no full-on tank, but take a little year to kind of retool, especially once you hit you feel like you hit your ceiling.
Yeah, I agree with Mike, man. I think the funny thing about the NBA, and this is why I say fandom is a scam. I was telling Christian on Teed Up why I felt like fandom was a scam. That's a whole other conversation. But listen, a lot of teams are about to do that. I legitimately think a lot of teams are going to quietly take a step back. They're not going to announce it. They're not going to come out and be like, "Man, we finna suck. We finna be worse." But a lot of teams are going to figure out this money shit, bro. This money thing is really like, it has to get figured
You
out.
might have a competitive advantage if you just figure out your money situation.
Yeah.
On the real, like, it
And I
might
think
take
it's
some time.
sad because the bottom teams may have to be bottomed out even more. Or they're going to get finessed. Like, hypothetically, there's no way the Kings are going to continue to try to compete for the next 3 years, right? Like,
Well, I think there is a way because they're the fucking Kings.
but I think
They
that
got
there's a
everybody
way
wrapped
because
up
they
for the
have,
next 3 years.
they got Scott Perry now, who is with
Right.
the Knicks. So he going to try to figure out, he's going to.
I forgot. Fuck.
So now, what they gonna do? Hey, DeMontis Sabonis available. The Hornets gonna bite at it and then and pigeonhole themselves. You get what I'm saying? Like I feel like when these Grizzlies type teams are like, we're gonna take a step back, and they put these guys on the market. The teams like the Hornets are gonna be the ones like, oh, this is our time to make a move, and then they
thought
gonna
it was gonna
double
be the other
down,
way,
fuck
too.
themselves up by going to bite at a DeMontis Sabonis contract, and then 5 years or 2 years later being like, damn, now we that team that ain't got the assets, too expensive but can't get through, and now we kind of double and like I don't know if I'm explaining it right, but I just feel like a lot of teams are going to take that step back that are in the middle of the pack, and the bottom teams are going to be like, this is our chance to go get us a Ja Morant or a DeMontis Sabonis or whoever the fuck, just to realize that, damn, we still ain't that damn good.
I thought it was going to be, in a sense,
We got 3 max players to make to the playoffs for the first time in 8
team like
years.
Grizzlies take a step back too, and they end up like a lottery pick, and they jump up. Now they stealing one of the bottom feeders picks, and it's
Right.
like,
I mean,
we only getting richer at this point.
That's a conversation too. I mean, the Mavericks won it. The
Yeah.
76ers are at 3.
Mm-hmm. I've seen a lot of jumps over the last couple of years.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Seen a lot of jumps. It does suck if I'm just pointing my fandom that the Eastern Conference is open again. We talked about the Desmond Bane trade and what that means for the East. Like, you know what I'm saying? It's not like Kevin Durant is in the East right now. And my favorite team ain't got no chance. You know what I mean? Like, by the time the Bulls build a competent team, some team might just be taking over the East again.
Yeah.
And it's
The
like, damn.
Celtics back in action.
Exactly. We just wasted the years in which anybody can make it. And then now we're good enough to maybe make the second round in 6 years or however long it take the
But
Bulls to
now
rebuild.
the new OKC, the Eastern version of
Yep.
OKC is
I-
popping.
The
That's
Wizards
how-
just
I was
fucking
gonna say,
people
That's
up.
how I kind of feel watching
the
OKC.
Hornets or the Wizards got their shit together.
That's how I feel kind of watching OKC. Is like, bro, this has got to be the team my team has to try to beat. Over
But
the
at the
next few
same
years.
time, we just was saying this about the fucking Celtics.
True.
Yeah.
And don't get me wrong, the
absolutely.
Thunder have way more assets than they had. But it just feels like the Celtics were unbeatable. Nobody was going to be able to beat. I was just saying that 3 months ago on this couch. Man, I still don't see anybody.
Did we
that
say
could
the same thing not to the degree of the Celtics, but the same thing with the Nuggets is like, who's gonna beat this team in like 7 or whatever when they had Jokic
we were
rolling?
saying that.
It usually goes with
We
the
we definitely live in
The
a moment.
NBA is turning up, like, because it could easily be the Spurs. The Spurs could easily be like, oh, y'all thought OKC was that shit, huh? Y'all didn't know we was coming with Fox, Castle, Harper, Vic, and motherfucker, we just got Jalen Brown. Oh, you can't have Harper if you have Jalen Brown. Excuse me, but yeah, y'all didn't know this how we was gonna come through the door.
Yeah.
Fuck around with y'all. Y'all talking about all this OKC shit. Nah. Vic here.
And it's been so matchup based that it's really like you could just run into the wrong damn
Hey man,
team.
you put the Spurs in the playoffs. That I feel like they're going to be the team. The shit that Victor Wembanyama can do,
Especially when they get Kevin Durant based on Iman Shumpert.
the ground he can cover. What did Iman Shumpert say?
He said something on the broadcast yesterday, and everybody's reading into Shams Charania's like body language when he said it, as if Shams told him behind the scenes what's happening, and Iman Shumpert just did it in front of the world when he was supposed to. He didn't say anything too crazy. He was basically just saying that
he was saying what teams would fit Kevin Durant perfectly.
Yeah, and
Why would that make Shams?
because Shams is he don't want to expose no sources if it ain't official.
But he's just saying what he looks best with. I don't. Does that expose?
I see what you're saying too.
I understand it, but also we've talked to Shams, and Shams has said stuff that's like, obviously don't say nothing about it.
Absolutely.
And then maybe that was what Iman did. He brought, maybe not in the literal sense where he's like, yeah, Kevin Durant gonna be a Spur, but maybe he beat around the bush a little bit on national TV.
Okay, that's what I was asking. Because it's one thing to be like, man, I think Kevin Durant fit good with the Spurs, versus being like, man, he gonna fit in real nice.
Even Iman Shumpert retweeted that, saying, let me see exactly what he said.
I got a source
with Kevin Durant.
My source told me. You know what I'm saying?
Oh yeah, he retweeted somebody that says Shams told him don't say anything.
My source told me that, you know.
Iman said F that.
I ain't gonna give my source, you know, I ain't gonna give up my source.
You also saw the Jeremy Sohan looking for barbers in Phoenix. Why are you looking for barbers in Phoenix all of a sudden?
Because he's a troll.
He is a troll.
Yeah, he is a troll.
He is a troll. He is a troll.
Remember, all season he was trolling on Twitter.
But mostly Lakers. You know, usually
Yeah,
you
it
don't
was
troll
usually
nobody
Lakers
else other than the Lakers.
Based off what I've heard, is 35 available for him to wear in San Antonio? Or is he going to wear number 7? Is 35 retired?
No.
He trade 5.
Based off what I heard. Now, I don't know. I can go back and look at my messages. I don't know if I remember seeing Sohan's name, but we ain't even got to get all that deep. But I just don't know. And I'll be honest. I've had people tell me certain things, like say what you want, just don't put my name in it. And I believe them because certain things are accurate. But the way that the NBA is, it's hard today because I do think some of these deals be lined up or something. And man, one day or one moment, it just shifts everything. Like there was probably another team that was involved with the Desmond Bane shit. Somebody could have reported and told us, hey man, look out for who else have been in the conversation.
I don't know, but teams worse. I'm curious of what the teams could
and
have
look out for the Clippers. They going Desmond Bane. And then you wake up and he's a Magic. And then you like, man, that source was lying out of it. But no, it could have been. Like that happens so much in the NBA where a deal fall through very last second because of the stupidest shit. The protections on a pick.
Yeah.
We wanted a top 10. They wanted a top 5. And we just ain't going to budge.
Think about the shit that happened when DeAndre Jordan was finna be a Maverick.
Oh, my gosh.
They kidnapped bro?
You think that he is finna be in
my
Dallas and they
gosh, bro.
kidnapped bro. They said they locked him in his house until they
That's
signed that
fucking-
contract back.
Hey, you know what? Hey, man.
Imagine you lost out on a player because of that.
Bro, he put on a fucking performance. He told Mark Cuban and them some shit, and he had the Clippers and his teammates come over there and do all of that. He told somebody, so I don't believe that they forced that man to stay in LA.
But they was playing cards all night long.
I don't believe that. I believe he may have got, Mark Cuban was taking people out, going to the club. Him and Chandler Parsons was kicking it. He probably did that with DeAndre Jordan. They took some shots. DeAndre Jordan said, hey, Mark, I'm having a time of my life. I'm coming to fucking Dallas. He woke up, told his wife. She said, boy, you out your rabbit ass mind. I ain't going to no fucking Dallas.
Matter of fact, I'm calling Doc right now.
Right now. And he said, fuck, how do I tell Mark though? I already promised him. And Doc said, don't worry, I got you. We're going to act like we kidnapped you. We're going to act like we forced you. DeAndre Jordan, that's like when people say I bully D Mills. DeAndre Jordan is 7'1", 7'2".
So, yeah,
you
Blake-
think Chris Paul and Doc Rivers stopped him
Blake
from doing
Griffin was
anything
done?
he wanted to do? You think Blake Griffin stopped DeAndre Jordan from doing anything he wanted to
No,
do?
probably not.
They probably helped convince him, but the whole door on a chair was for social media purposes only. It was to exaggerate a story. Matter of fact, who the fuck else was on that team? We need to get them on the podcast. I want to, like, we can talk. It's the truth now. Everybody's down there retired. What was the truth?
What year? I'm trying to figure out what year that was.
Was that 2013? No, I graduated. 2015?
Somewhere around that.
2015. And then he did eventually sign with Dallas 3 years later, regardless.
And then was traded to the Knicks for Kristaps Porzingis.
Yep.
They was like, we got you back.
Shout out to DeAndre Jordan.
Yeah, shout out to this trade. All the talk about Kevin Durant being a trade and it's going to happen here, it's going to happen there. Could be by the end of the weekend. And now here it is. We are Tuesday still with no Kevin Durant trade. Thank goodness for the Desmond Bane one. Because, again, we talked about the Kevin Durant trade being a domino effect, being a, chain reaction. Because only one team can get them. So then the other teams that were in the sweepstakes going to have to make a move. And you already hearing the rumors, man. Desmond Bane, I said this on a linear or maybe the last episode. All of these rumors, and then it'd be the trade that you don't hear nothing about. Desmond Bane was one of those trades that you didn't hear shit about, and it just happened. So I'm excited for more of those. I'm very interested to see the offseason the Heat are going to have. The Heat, they want Ja Morant. They want Kevin Durant. But if a backup for Kevin Durant, they now interested in Jonathan Kuminga. The Heat are all over the place.
They just want something,
They
bro.
all over the
They just
place
want
right now.
something.
They thirsty.
They thirsty.
They might end up overpaying.
I'm telling you now, this is my last year. Who is that? Is that? Why do I know her?
Lindsay Lohan.
This is my last year speculating about draft trades. If we don't get a fucking draft day trade, I am done. I'm done. And I feel like I said that the last 2 years, but I'm really done after this year.
I would love it if Wendy break it on live on the show.
Have we announced that? I don't think we've announced that. I don't know if we're supposed to announce that.
Oh, I don't know.
There you go. You can put some pieces together if you want to. I got a couple more things. LeBron James on ring culture. This was just said on Mind the Game this morning. It's like saying Peyton Manning can't be in the same room as Brady or Mahomes because he only has one ring. They don't never discuss that that in their sport. Okay, there we go. A ring is a team accomplishment.
Yep.
It's a good analysis.
We just spent a good amount of time talking about it. Like, you just don't see people drag anybody, especially in football. Football is a real damn team sport.
That's
But
what
like-
my difference is.
How many rings has Peyton Manning? I think he has 2.
2.
Okay.
He won against the Chicago Bears, and he beat Cam Newton when he made it to the end. They blew them out. But it's 2 different sports. I get what LeBron is saying, but I do think if you had to pick one where it's more easier to will and lead a team, it's the NBA.
Yeah, because in football, it's so different because you have literally 2 different teams.
Two different teams.
Like, you have an offensive team and
3
you have
teams.
a different
Yeah,
defensive.
special
and
teams
you have
too.
special teams. So, like,
Yeah.
you have to – they literally all have to be in sync and be doing stuff really good for you to win.
So Peyton Manning led the offense, and then Von Miller got on Cam Newton's ass and led the defense. But in the NBA, Kawhi Leonard could be a 2-way star for Raptors. And,
Who was Tony Dungy?
and go crazy. Yeah,
the Colts.
Tony Dungy.
Yeah. Because, like, Tom Brady ain't doing nothing for the defense. He just got to sit back and watch and just hope.
And hope, and literally hope.
Hope that they throw that stupid ass pass.
Got no control. It's not you. Literally sitting on the sideline with nothing you can do to influence this. Literally,
you do a little bit of influence.
The kicker.
You do a little bit
When
of
Adam
influence.
Vinatieri was kicking all them field goals for the Patriots to win, Tom Brady just sit on this. I did my part. I led us down the field to give you solid position. Now I have no control over this. But as a basketball player, we watching Dirk right now. Dirk can say, "Okay, fuck, these motherfuckers ain't guarding shit. I got to step up and be."
Well, he hustling back. I'm getting this damn block because I can't let this point go. You could
LeBron
do
or
that.
Iguodala. LeBron or Iguodala.
Yeah.
Ace Bailey's pre-draft workout strategy has perplexed observers, not even conducting a single workout to date, declining invitations from several teams in the draft range. He could very well slide to 6 or 7. That is from Gavoni.
So he's he's denying draft from like Philly and
He said he wants to be drafted to a spot that has like obvious path to stardom or something like that.
Okay.
Sources in his camp say that they believe that he's a top 3 player in the draft, but also want to seek a clear pathway to stardom, perhaps feeling comfortable that a team would trade up for him at 3 or 4 should he drop.
If you're a
I can
team,
see
do you care about that?
About not working
Like,
not working
if
out.
if he's consensus top 3, you've seen him, like you've seen obviously what he could do. And you
I don't even
believe
think it's
in him.
consensus anymore. I think top 2 is consensus. I've seen mocks where he's not number 3, where it's VJ number 3 or
Yeah, the top 3 shit is bullshit because, Flag and Harper are going 1 and 2. So we know he's not going there. 3 is open. I've seen Edgecombe.
Okay.
I've seen Trey Johnson.
I've seen Khan.
Knipple.
Mm-hmm.
I've seen CMB.
I ain't seen.
I
Conrad,
think but I do think a lot of this shit get overblown. You would love a guy to be willing to work out with every single team. It happens all the time. It is what it is. He just got to him and his team got to make sure that they're extremely confident because
you don't want to just do this and mess yourself over. Now you
exactly
really falling.
He was already kind of polarizing, depending on who you ask and what you talk to teams about. I don't think he did himself any favors. So you got to wonder about the team that's around him because if I'm looking at reports without all of this that had you all over the place in a draft that coming into it, you were a top 3 lock, you were a part of the big 3, and we don't have that same thing, I probably would just say, work out for everybody. Just work out for everybody. You never get a, my mom always told me, you never get a second chance at a first impression. So go in there, put your head down, work. And I think that that's bullshit in the new age of the NBA.
Kevin Knox heard that shit and put on that damn Fortnite jacket.
And continue to not care about the first impression. But I do think, again, depends on who your circle and your team is. I think there is a value in going to places that don't have a clear path to stardom. The pressure, the expectation, the foundation around you, it means so much in NBA. If you could go to the Philadelphia 76ers as a rookie and play with a Maxey, play with a Quentin Grimes and McCain and learn from the Embiids.
I like that Q Grimes is part of the real core.
And play with a that's my guy. I'm gonna put his name in there.
you said him before you said Joel.
Because I don't know what Joel Embiid's status is.
What was he ranked, KB 55?
Who?
Wasn't Joel Embiid ranked 55 on that list?
Oh, he's number 53. Yeah.
I don't think young guys understand how hard the NBA is, man.
What they were just saying about the Rockets.
Clear path to stardom. Where you want to go to the Jazz and shoot 20 shots and then motherfuckers gonna say you fucking shot under 40% and you ain't shit? You want that challenge? Okay.
Who was that team, bro? It was like one of the young teams was like, man, this vet, he's 23 years old. It might have been the Rockets from like a year or 2 ago, but I swear it was
Kevin
a team
Porter
recently.
and Jalen Green.
Something like that, bro.
Oh, hell no.
It's just like, man, if that
wasn't
was
that
your
John?
vets,
Wasn't that John Wall talking about them?
He did talk about them, but I don't know
He
if
said
it's
they ain't
what
had no
Michael said.
vets.
Yo, vet got a reputation of destroying locker rooms when he get pissed off.
your vet
You got
Jordan.
to learn off that shit.
Respect to Jordan Poole, but your vet Jordan Poole.
Hey, man. But at least he learned from good vets.
Yeah,
At least as far as we know. One of them vets. Anyway.
Sometimes your vet teach you what to do, and sometimes they teach you what not to do.
Do as I say, not what I do.
Kevin Durant has admitted
The
to
parent with a cigarette hanging out their mouth.
The parent doing some shit they definitely not supposed to be doing.
Kevin Durant has admitted to Vince Goodwill of Yahoo Sports that he was the one that pushed for the Bradley Beal acquisition. I don't know if that's newsworthy, but I thought it was funny.
All right, so you gonna push for shit else? How about that? Wherever your new team is,
We not asking you shit.
yeah, you sit your ass down and you push for fucking.
Matter of fact, you
extra
tell us
jump
what you want to
shots.
do, and we do the exact opposite.
Yeah. Don't go to the Spurs and get no fucking advice. You sit your ass down.
Phoenix have been asking for Stephon Castle or pick 2 from the Spurs. And the
Okay,
Kevin
so
Durant
you
trade.
don't want to trade them to the Spurs. Okay.
That's all I got. as
Just
far
say
as
that.
players.
GMs, just say we ain't trading to the Spurs. Don't say we want some shit you're not gonna get. Darrick gonna come here, man. Yeah, I want Megan Good. Okay. Okay, brother. All right.
Y'all funny.
Might as well go to a Ford dealership and say you want a fucking Lamborghini. See what they say to you.
But you seen what Kendrick Perkins said when he was talking about
No, I didn't.
they were talking about who's gonna win last night. the Thunder or the Pacers, and they giving their little picks. They
They
said,
love picks.
Kendrick Perkins said, there's a better chance of Beyonce and Jay-Z walking across half court than the Pacers winning that damn game.
Just be saying shit.
For real.
Shit. Literally
no.
just saying shit.
That's all I got on the NBA side.
I think that's really pretty much all it is, man. It's gonna be a lot of rumors. I'm excited for the draft to come and happen and be over, because I feel like the draft got a lot of. They could trade back here and then include here.
It's going to be right here, man.
If Kevin Durant get traded, they want number 14 or 2. Once the draft happen, we ain't got to worry about none of that, man.
Yeah.
Do you want him or not? Okay, then do the damn trade. But then we'll have to worry about, but nah, I don't know what to feel about free agency.
I'm excited as hell for my team. For
I
free
know
agency.
damn well I'm not doing
Why?
a stream
'Cause
this year.
Your
I'll
big
tell you that
right,
much.
your big signing gonna be fucking Clint Capella.
Yeah,
Hey,
better than Jackson
I'm happy
Hayes.
you jumped on the Clint Capella wave.
It was a report that said that, you know, we talked about that all year. Like, he was gonna be a free agent. They need a center.
No,
Yeah.
Darrick has talked about that all year.
No, I've said that before. When you look at the free agent market, it's only like 5 centers. Clint Capella is one.
Need to upgrade, man.
I don't think it. You know, it ain't nothing that was like
Tired of Jackson.
Jackson tired of you.
He can, but that's fine. We be tired of each other.
Yeah.
We
I
ain't
just
never
think that
got to
we-
speak to each other
We
again.
come from the days where we used to do the free agency streams, and a guy like Kevin Durant would sign to Brooklyn or, you know, the Warriors. I just don't think we getting that type of shit no more. So free agency is really gonna be like
Oh, that's a good pick right there.
Clint Capella.
That's a
going,
good
you know?
pick.
I'm trying to think.
Y'all might get Claxton.
Well, yeah, where's Kuminga gonna go?
I don't know.
Sign and trade.
Bull.
Santi Aldama, sign and
You
trade.
want him as a bull?
But I don't
Nah,
think
not
it's just
really.
gonna be a free fall like it used to be.
Yeah.
We really dependent on these trades. Nas Reed probably re-signed. Julius Randle take a player
I
option.
mean, Chris Finch was asked this morning, like, what does he think? Is he expecting Julius Randle and Nas Reed to be on the team next year? He said 100%.
Mm.
So,
Nikhil Alexander Walker would be the big free agent fish.
He might be a Laker.
Wow.
How?
Yeah.
You have to pay him.
You're going to take a mini mid level? We might as well stay in Minnesota.
I'm seeing they could still go to the Magic.
Damn. He would be shit. I don't know how you scoring on the team, especially if they hacking too, because you know they be boxing too. They play basketball and they play a little bit.
You know
of
what
boxing.
all this shit make me think of, though, D. Millie?
What?
Where the fuck is Anthony Simons going?
Yeah, he no longer in Orlando. Orlando's no longer
He
destination.
probably really fucking mad. He probably really mad, bro.
He's
I
been
don't-
such a pro in his career. He probably not actually mad.
You don't think so? He went to a fucking Magic game. He sat
Oh, he sure
courtside.
did,
He's
yeah.
from the area. He probably thought like, man, the writing's just on the wall. Last year, my deal, they're gonna take the little, $21 million salary. They don't take much to match. You know what I'm saying? Me, I ain't worth 5 first-round picks. This should be fairly easy, right? And nah,
You think players think about themselves like that?
No, I
What's
don't
my
think.
value across the league? Am I worth 3, 4, 5?
I think so. I think you have to be.
No, I don't think Kevin Durant cares what he gets traded for.
Well, not that's not what I'm asking. I'm asking, does he think about the
Like, is
value
there a
of him?
self-awareness around the league?
Yeah, that's all.
Yeah.
I think Donovan Mitchell had some shit where he's like, and this is before this year, but he's like, he had a good moment where he was saying that, like, I think I'm around like 13 or like something around the age or around the number where he probably should be. And it was just like, yeah, that's a good sign of self-awareness. That, like,
I think they get their value from when they sign those contracts, not from when.
I think you have to have some value if you're going to be requesting trades and wanting to leave. If you're putting together a list of teams you want to go to, I think you do have to say. There's no sense of me saying I want to go to the fucking Warriors when they don't have any assets. I know I'm worth 2 to 3 first-round picks. I know that that's going to happen. So why would I sit up here and tell y'all I want to go to a team that has no first-round picks for the next 5 years? Yeah, hey, I want to go to the Lakers. Well, I know I can't. I know I can't go there because this team ain't trading me for anything less than 2 first-round picks.
Yeah.
So that's why I say you kind of have to. Because when you make your trade destination shit, if you're taking it serious, some players do have the trade destination shit where they just be putting teams.
I
on
think that happens more often than not, honestly.
you just put any team on it. Yeah, shit. I want to go to the Celtics.
Well,
See, he
Jimmy,
was trying
that's
to go
literally
to-
what Jimmy Butler did. He said any 29 other teams.
And
And
he was
then-
But that was a
bullshitting.
lie.
Yeah,
because
that
we
was
saw
a,
him
yeah.
literally take off 2018.
Whatever team that was going to sign that contract, that's the team.
Yeah, the Grizzlies wanted him.
And they had
and he
everything to
immediately
get him.
said no.
It's like, actually, no, not them. And not them.
They
And
gonna be
not
too
them.
smart with their money. They got Jaren Jackson extension, Ja Morant. I can't go there.
Golden State, they gonna be thirsty.
Yeah, they stupid.
Steph, you know, he got a couple years left. They want to win. I'm the dude for it.
And then
Jimmy was willing to go to Phoenix, who didn't look like shit was going on.
He's
over
a
But
there.
you know
bad
what?
chaser.
Jimmy Butler is still a bad dude that we was like, shit, he could kind of work things out a little bit in
I
Phoenix.
never thought that.
It'll be better than the damn Bradley Beal
Yeah,
stuff.
I thought he was
Oh,
gonna
for
help
sure,
him.
yeah.
I thought he would have helped him.
Way better fit than Bradley Beal.
I
though.
definitely thought he would have helped him. I'm not even gonna sit up here and lie. But then I watched some of the Warriors games and I was like, man, Jimmy Butler he ain't really aggressive no more. He just be out there chilling. But he's still a really
still a
good
good player.
Yeah. Still a really good basketball player.
maybe
man.
it was the ass. Maybe his ass really bothered him.
Hey man, stop saying silly shit like that.
What?
Maybe it was the ass. You know what she was doing.
No,
Maybe it was.
it probably was. He did fall on them. He did fall on it pretty damn hard. So
Harder than J-Dub.
yeah, it's way harder.
No,
J-Dub fell.
Yeah, J-Dub shit.
No, because Jimmy literally had to miss a game or two. Didn't he miss two?
Well, you know when you're young,
No, I think he just won. Game
when you're
3-4.
young, that wound open up and it just
All right,
healed right
bro.
back up.
I am gonna say to the people, I'm about 15 minutes away from finishing this desk. KB and Mike was in a group chat talking about recording, so the studio gonna be set.
What they ain't see yesterday is when he was putting it together. D Mills is like, "Oh, y'all almost done with y'all little set over there." Like he ain't want no parts in it. You almost done with y'all little set. When y'all gonna be ready?
Yeah, y'all gonna be
making all the y'all gonna be making hella songs, ain't y'all?
Can't wait to see what y'all do. That boy said he ain't finna have his brain feeling queasy no more.
Bro, I was on stream listening to one of your verses, bro. You spazzed on that shit, D Mills. I'm talking about had the whole stream turned.
When he was
Which
rapping
one?
fast, right?
It was
Going hard in the paint, you know,
Yes,
back
bro,
and pound
yes,
that back
bro.
on the
One of the
flank.
hardest
Got to play,
verses
got
you
shooters
could
like
find.
play. Yeah, he was hooping. Yeah, he's going crazy.
And he edited it, bitch. He said, "Go talk."
What'd you say? I got shooters like Clay for dudes that talk like Dre.
Dre.
Man, we do this all day. Yeah, that's what it was. Yeah.
Got shoes like Clay for niggas talking like Dre. Yeah.
Okay. Well, I did the clean version.
he did the euphemistic version.
Write it down, Austin.
We can end.
Yeah, write
We
it
can
down.
end. Oh,
No, they're gonna be pissed. They're gonna be pissed. We need to get them just a little bit more.
oh man. How long we been going?
Hour
How
30.
was y'all Father's Day?
It was good. I enjoyed it.
It was cool. My family wasn't home the whole day.
Wow.
They,
Oh, well, she was probably with her dad, right?
No,
That's
hell
a
no.
great day for you.
No, it was a fun day. It was a fun
Yeah.
day. No, my nephew had his little birthday party.
Okay.
His little birthday. No, they went to the water park down the street by your old apartment. I guess
Oh
it's still by
yeah,
your
yeah,
apartment.
it is.
okay.
It is. Yeah.
So they went there for a few hours.
You ever been there?
Nope.
I've been there.
Got a cool shirt. That was it.
That mother big.
Got a lot of
It is.
texts, a lot of calls, stuff like that. Normal Father's Day shit.
Okay.
How about you? You went to a ball game.
Yeah, we went to the ball game. We went to the Cubs versus Pirates. Good game. Then we went to this deep dish pizza place downtown called P. It starts with a P. I don't know how to pronounce it. It's like P. It's PEQU something like
hell
that.
no. You
I don't-
add a Q anywhere, I'm done.
I don't know how to pronounce it, but it was my first time ever going
Was it
there.
a fucking hit or a
Yeah, it
miss?
was amazing. It was
Okay.
probably one of the best. I think it was probably my favorite deep dish experience I've had.
That's good.
Thought the crust was all like,
Was it buttery?
yeah, it was like a buttery crust, but it was like burnt on the edges,
Mm.
and it was like still
Ooh.
soft in the middle. And
Yeah.
then the sauce was amazing. Sausages was great. Pepper. It was all. It was like such
Whoa,
a great.
whoa.
It was such a perfect
What are you
slice
getting
of deep dish.
What you
pizza.
getting your deep dish piece?
It was sausage and pepperoni.
Oh, okay.
You don't like green pepper?
We got green peppers on half of it.
Okay.
It was good. Yeah.
I feel like
Am I
deep
the
dish and
only one
green
that-
pepper got to go like
Do you
this.
y'all get spinach in it?
Spinach too. Spinach.
I
I've
used
had
to get
spinach
spinach. I
on
can't
pizza.
do it anymore. I'm such
I
a
get
texture
spinach
person.
on pizza, but deep dish pizza, I like it just plain.
I'm not
cheese?
mad. I would,
Just cheese.
Oh no.
I would take some
like,
sausage.
No
on
meat?
Not in my deep dish.
Oh, I like.
It's so heavy. I don't, man.
I don't.
couldn't
I don't
imagine.
like it with just cheese.
I
I
couldn't-
like it with just. It's cool, but I'm just like.
It need
needs
a little
some.
something with just
Yeah.
cheese.
I couldn't imagine more on that shit, man.
I think I just need
Deep
one
dish,
topper.
that shit too fucking heavy. And then I'm adding some sausages in that motherfucker. I think one time I did get Italian beef in it.
Ooh, That's
Nah,
probably good though.
That sounds nuts.
Because the
That sounds
sausages they be
good.
using for at least Giordano's, they be like thick sausages.
Yeah,
like,
these
they not-
sausages I had, I was like, damn, these some big ass sausages.
Yeah. oh. I need that clip.
I can't breathe. Oh. It's the big sausages and it's the hand. You're like a measurement thing with your hand. Oh. Yeah, I think I just went to Giordano's and I'm good on a deep dish, man. That's all y'all. It was Ari's birthday. I'm good. Deep dish, man. Deep dish is good, but I'm a thin crust guy.
Oh, I like both. I think that's the Chicago thing that you understand that deep dish is good, but that's
not
not your
everyday
go-to.
thing.
It's not an everyday
Shit,
thing.
it's not even like a weekly thing.
Nah,
It's
that's
like
a major occasion. Major occasion, man. But when it's done right, it's done right. But I'm not going to. How many slices you ate?
2.
Yeah, see?
That's about a max.
Yeah.
That's max.
Yeah.
One of those put you on your ass, man. But on my thin crust, I get a lot of shit. I'll take spinach on my pizza, sausage, pineapple. I'm not a pepperoni guy. I think I said spinach, peppers.
I done putting pineapples on my pizza lately.
Yeah,
I
pineapple.
like a good
Like, I
Italian
like
beef
the
pizza.
sweetness.
Italian beef pizza. Yeah, pizza is just one of those things. I want to go to New York and I want to go to Cuts and Slices because I see they be putting everything on their shit. They got oxtail pizza, Chet Hunger, and probably like that.
I have. I would. Yeah, I've seen that, and I'd be like, I would love to try the oxtail pizza. I
Jerk
like
chicken
oxtail.
pizza. You ever seen the Cuts and Slices on Instagram?
Yeah.
Yeah, that shit look at A1, man. That shit look A1. Next time we go to New York,
Jerk
man.
chicken pizza sound good too.
Yeah,
Oh, man. Yeah.
for real. That's what I got for Father's Day. Jerk chicken egg rolls.
Yeah. Okay.
Man, it just ain't no food that's fucking with that.
What, jerk chicken egg rolls?
Jerk chicken egg rolls. Jerk chicken in general, but like jerk chicken egg rolls, when it's done right, undefeated, man.
I had some
Undefeated.
jerk chicken in a minute.
Man.
Yeah, I think it's been a minute since I had some jerk chicken. I like KB Dad make the best jerk chicken I've had.
Thank you.
I ain't had his jerk chicken. I only had the ribs, man. We got to go out there and try that jerk chicken.
No, he don't got that at the restaurant.
Oh, okay.
Where did he make that at? Where were we at again?
He was
Super
the
Bowl?
chef for my cousin's restaurant the time you went. He also did it once for like a fight. Maybe it was
yeah,
a
it was at a fight.
Pacquiao
Yeah,
fight.
I think it
Is
was
that what he made
That
Tyler
that
eat?
moonshine?
He had the moonshine.
I think that was Pacquiao and Mayweather, right?
No, that might have been
That was, no, it was, I think,
Or was that McGregor? McGregor and Mayweather, right?
because Tyler had to come pay me.
Yeah.
Tyler, dumbass, betted on McGregor. And we bet like a decent amount of money. We bet like $300-$500.
It's crazy.
That
how
was
much,
before money was $300-$500. A lot of money on that bet. Yeah.
I think it's crazy how much boxers can make off one fight, win or loss.
shit, you putting your body at ultimate
You
risk.
do 1 or 2 fights a year.
Yeah.
You just train in the rest of
You
that
make
time.
like $500 million.
Get that big purse.
Depending on who you are.
500
No,
million
no,
is
depending
crazy.
on who you are.
No, 500
I'm
million is
talking about
insane.
Mayweather. I was thinking about the Mayweather.
500
I was
million is
talking about like the
insane.
Mayweather and the Pacquiaos.
Usually it's like,
man.
it's, you could probably get up to like 8, you definitely get up to 8 figures, but it's something a little bit lower than that.
$500 million.
500 million is crazy.
Mayweather be fighting 7 times this year. Motherfucker be fighting like wrestlers.
He just got a back-to-back
Yeah.
fighting.
Mayweather SmackDown Mondays. I'm fighting any fucking body on a Monday.
Because didn't he make like $300 million off that fight alone?
Yeah,
he
but-
was guaranteed $100 million before, and he made over 220, is what it says here on Google.
It's gonna be different variations per fight. It depends on
Yeah,
who you're
that's-
fighting.
Yeah, that's what I was kind of talking
No,
about.
motherfucker, you said $500 million.
I thought that's what Mayweather made off that fight. 250 total. That's still a lot for one fight.
It is, but that it's also your biggest fight. It ain't what you make per
Yeah.
fight.
Say professional boxer in 2025 estimated to earn around 44,000 with a potential range up to like 122,000.
For what?
As a professional boxer, that's how much they say they're making annually.
That's the lower.
Like for the average,
Yeah, we want to know
the
them
top
dudes.
top.
We're also in an era of not like super big fights like that.
Yeah,
275
it's
was
a lot of ducking.
So Mayweather made 275 off that fight? Damn. Yeah, and he get his shit in cash, so you know he be finessing that.
Just incriminate him, huh?
Yeah.
They say, how much y'all think Jake Paul earned off his fight with Mike Tyson?
40.
Yeah, wasn't it 40
He's in
million
the
dollars?
post.
Oh, I didn't.
No, the shit was legit 40 million.
I'm just guessing.
It said estimated 40 million.
And then like
That's good for him. He
Yeah.
ain't really a fighter.
That's a really good money for him. Kidding me? $40
an
million.
influencer just
For one night.
Everybody
He
got
spent the
scammed.
whole year. Like, he spent a lot of time training.
He also deserved it. His dumb ass got in there with Mike Tyson. Fucking fool.
Mike Tyson now was 54.
Mike Tyson still knocked your ass clean out.
Yeah, I ain't going nowhere with Mike Tyson. Got me fucked up.
Knocked you out and bite you.
I watched that fight when he
bit a zero?
I was a little kid. I ain't gonna say I watched the fight,
Ooh,
but
I
I was a
could-
little
I-
kid.
no.
I didn't know what the fuck was happening.
I couldn't
Everybody
even
in the
imagine
house
that
was
damn
talking about
pain.
We should have a We should have like something. We should have like a money thing. We ain't got a box. We can do like a 3-point shootout or something. Everybody put some significant money in the pot. Look at Mike shaking his head. Let's have a dunk contest.
Oh, no, I can't do that.
Okay.
We can do a layup contest. That's still probably going to be weak.
Yeah, everybody put 200 in the pot. King of the court. Nah, that's advantage to me. What's something that's not an advantage to everybody?
3-point shootout.
3-point shootout. 3-point shootout. Yeah.
That give KB a chance. He can get hot.
Do it, though.
Yeah, you know when KB get hot, it's cash.
I appreciate the glaze.
I've seen him fuck you up a bunch of times.
Yeah, no, KB can get it. When he get it going, he got it going. So
One of the best microwaves in America.
yeah.
To one in his kitchen. Yeah, it definitely is.
Appreciate the glaze.
What's Mike's greatest strength?
He has
Do
he has Tyler score.
Do you what?
I have the opposite of time, boy. I give you one basket after that shit. I'm cooked.
Do you have resentment to what he did to you on National Geographic?
Nah. I just take my L and just move on.
I don't even
Do
think you weren't even a dad then. That's how long ago that was.
Do you take your L? Because I remember after you was like, I had worked out. Remember we went shoe shopping and we vlogged it.
Oh,
And you
yeah.
was like, that's when we went to Stadium Goods. He was like, He said I worked out that day.
That day before that was squat day.
I don't even think I was a dad then.
Nah, I don't think
If you
you
talking
were.
about Stadium Goods, I definitely, because I was living in the other house.
Yeah, and you had colored dreads. He wasn't a dad for that.
Yeah.
Suzanne was helping film it.
Yeah, it's 2020, so yeah, we weren't even, damn. A long time ago, man.
That's when Ja Morant averaged 38 against the Warriors.
Hey, KB, when we do our Pokemon battle, you get to pick one type of Pokemon you don't want the other person to have.
Why are you
So it's
doing
like
that?
an elimination.
Is that normal? I'm just
I'm just saying, just make it more fun. Because, I mean, we're not doing comp this shit. We just having, like,
Fair.
if I have a draft.
You want to stream it? You want to make it
Yeah,
an
I
event?
can. I can.
Y'all can
$1,000
stream.
Pokemon battle.
Y'all can stream that
Yeah, you can stream just
from the DS.
the Switch.
Just from the
So
Switch.
Switch. I don't know why I said
Yeah,
DS.
you can do the Switch. It's got
Oh.
an HDMI, like HDMI thing.
Oh, okay.
Put it on your TV, put it on your monitors.
You can stream damn near anything. I'll be on Twitch. You see motherfuckers playing a lot of shit.
I can stream GameCube games.
I wish I could stream my
my
Pac-Man machine. I can't do it though.
Oh, well.
That shit, yeah.
You would have to put a camera like behind you, like
Yeah,
do it
but
IRL.
even then, it would have to be a good ass damn camera because it's gonna be like you putting the camera on the damn screen versus
Yeah.
like actual person.
Let's do an
Let's
IRL
run it.
stream. We should do that
You don't want to do
in
it
a week.
You don't want
Just
to do it
don't
in
be doing shit.
Bristol.
Yeah, just sit in the hotel room.
I was saying, I was
and
at
he's
the.
just giving up all the details of everything. Who gonna be on the show? Where it's at?
Yeah.
I was at the gym yesterday, like a few days ago, and like there was nobody in there.
Can't hold water, man. You gotta make sure you don't
I had
tell-
thought it was announced.
Can't tell Darrick your
Did you
business,
announce
man.
No, because some
He did.
fan had tweeted us saying when y'all out in Bristol doing y'all show, this is what y'all should be going to or something like
I ain't
that.
see that tweet.
I'll show it to you.
How the hell he know?
I thought we announced it. I was like, somebody must have said something because I didn't know.
Did I say something?
Maybe.
I may have
'cause
said something.
I'm scrolling through my tweets right now.
I'm
'cause-
gonna say I did say something. I don't remember saying something, but I may have said something.
Look,
Damn, it's a full ass paragraph. I ain't reading all that, brother.
Right, either congratulations or I'm sorry to hear that.
What I tell you?
what?
Before the time I go to Sally's, a bunch of shit like that, man. Home of the pizza capital, man. Get this shit out of my face.
The pizza capital is in Connecticut.
You talking to some Chicagoans talking about go try the pizza capital, and I rock. Let me see. This
Oh,
yeah,
man.
Jan Martinez. I rock with Jan Martinez. He shows us a lot of love. But come on, bro. You talking to some Chicagoans.
Yeah, he had sent this a few days
Hey,
ago. And I was
if you
like,
Google
oh,
the pizza capital of the United States, is New Haven, Connecticut.
Think I give a fuck?
I,
Let me Google some of this. Let me Google this pizza. See how this shit look.
Man, give me some Jacks. I bet it's better.
All right, we should wrap up.
Now I'm intrigued.
We appreciate y'all watching or listening to this episode of Numbers on the Board. We will be back soon, and maybe the NBA Finals is over. That's not to even think about.
If they got some margarita pizza, this shit.
Leave a like, subscribe. We'll see y'all.
What the fuck is that?